Coming at you live and direct on DiGyeTV Journey. The noise you hear in the background is the steamer because, you know, I do a lot of steaming. I talk about keeping the food culturally, culturally appropriate. So, you know, I use the steamer a lot. But one of the things I'm here to talk to you about today is Africanizing your coffee, making DiGyeTV coffee, right? Now, I call it DiGyeTV coffee. Why? Because I can. Coochie Jagalier, shit. Self-determination. I determined that this Africanized coffee is my coffee. And this is DiGyeTV's coffee. What's mine is DiGyeTV. That's my family. That's my tribe. So I have to represent. So you go, family, real quick. In order to make this, you're going to need you some ground coffee. I went and got some Allegro coffee from Whole Foods. This is light roast, but you get your coffee. You know what I'm saying? I would suggest not that instant shit. Go and grind your coffee. Or if you even got a grind at your house, you cool. You're going to need some baobab powder. Because that's in my article, right? That baobab powder. This is the brand that I use. You click the link, it'll take you right there. You're going to need some coconut oil. Like that. You see it? Straight from Africa. Alright? Just like the baobab powder. You know, we're going to get our link for that and we'll be able to handle that. And of course, you're going to need a French press. I'm going to show you how to use this French press in a second. All right? Because that's probably one of the questions that some of you have. Okay, so I'm going to use this French press. I like using the French press because it gives me a better quality of coffee without all the machinery, and it's very simple to use, easy to use, and you get the most flavor. I mean, I get some flavorful coffee because I like my coffee thick and black. Like myself. I have a water boiler here, you know what I'm saying, simple water boiler, and we are going to get started in the process. But there's one ingredient missing. Hold on. You can't have the Africanized coffee. You can't have the DiGyeTV coffee without that ambrosia. Now, you don't necessarily have to have that ambrosia, but you can use this. Now, I'm using, this one is a little bit older, but I was thinking about using an older one because it has a stronger acidity, a stronger vinegar type cut. Not a lot of it, but just enough, right? Alright, so let's get started. Alright, first step in the process is we want to get our water started, right? So we're going to get our water started in this. Alright, while we're waiting for the water to boil, I'm going to show you how to set up your French press. Now, okay, you know I do things a little bit differently, and I got to bend all the way down, you know. I could change the angle, but I don't want to do that. I want y'all to catch the reel. So, we got the French press, which is composed of several different pieces. You see the screen in there, which helps keep the coffee from spreading into the water, and this is how you separate it. The pressure, once you put this in, you allow it to brew, then you push it down. That screen in there will catch all of the extra coffee and push it down below, allowing the coffee to come up. But you got to let that sit for a couple of minutes. So I'm going to do this. I only got a little bit left. I like my coffee black, right? So here we go. I don't even need the spoon. I'm just going to pour it in here, cover up the bottom, give me a nice amount. This is one of the reasons I got one of those boilers, because if you listen in the back, just like my steamer, it heats up the water fast. I put that amount of coffee in there. You know, for some of y'all that might be too much. For others, it might not be enough. Throw a little bit more in there. Back up, please. Alright, so we got that in there. We're going to let the water come to a boil. I ain't need to put that on there yet. I'm excited. Alright, so let's move to the next step, okay? The next step of the process, if you have time. Now you can stir it with your hand, but to really get the nice smoothness and get everything together and broken down, you're going to need to use a blender. So I'm going to use a blender, right? So what I'm going to do is prepare what needs to go in the blender. What's going to go in the blender is the baobab powder, the coconut oil, and a little bit of ambrosia. So let's do each one at a time. Here we go. Hold on. So we're going to start with that premium coconut oil. Now, for those of you that's trying to lose weight, one of the reasons I use this is because the body likes fats. And one of the foods that has a lot of fats is vegetable oils. I know some of y'all swear oils off, but I like the oils, right? I love the oils. So I'm going to pour a little bit of this in here. I don't do the measurements. Y'all going to measure depending on your taste, how much you want in there, right? Because you taste a coconut flavor. Now, I imagine that I could actually use some actual coconut or even some coconut milk, but I like the oil. Then also we're going to take some of this powder. And one of the reasons I like blending it is because this powder will clump up. It finds its own kind, and it likes to clump up. And, you know, I want to break that down so that we can get us a nice smoothness. Now, this right here, if you read my article, it talks about a lot of benefits. Now, one of the reasons that you can put this in the coffee and let it do that, but I like the fiber aspect of this, right? And it's a prebiotic, so I'm trying to get a lot of those fibers into my diet, or a lot of fiber to feed my microbiome. Now, the microbiome, those that's been following DiGyeTV Journey, y'all know that I love talking about that microbiome, right? Because that is one of the key pieces to health that a lot of people are missing, all right? Now, so, you take a little bit of the ambrosia, throw it in there. All right, I think I'm going to put some old ambrosia in here too, just to level it off. Hold on. All right, right here what we have is some old ambrosia. As you can see, it's still got dust on the bottom. It has a nice vinegar taste. It's got a little acid. I know some of y'all swear off acid and all that. Okay, that's on you. I'll take all the acid that you don't use. So we're gonna allow this to wait for the coffee. And the thing I like about this is that this water boiler, it don't be messing around. So I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna pour the water into here. Oh, you see that? Boom. We're going to allow that to sit. And to kind of seal it off so it can do its thing, actually, let's do a little gentle stir. Do a little gentle stir. Use a nice little fork. Get down there. Kind of mix it up. You know, they say use plastic. What the hell? DiGyeTV Journey, we define the world for ourselves, right? So we getting busy. All right. Ooh, nice strong coffee. All right, so now, on this right here, you have right here, see that where you pour? That has helped strain as well, but I don't want that showing when I'm putting it in here because I want it to kind of just sit up there and sit with itself. And we will be back in a couple of minutes, right? We're going to allow a lot of coffee to do its thing because I'm saying about 5 to 7 minutes. And we will be right back. Oh, it's okay. I dozed off. I'm thinking it's ready. It's still kind of hot, but we can take it and you can press it down. That's why they call it the French press. I did about 5 to 10 minutes. Let it get nice and black. Look how black that is. Look at that. Look at that. You can't even see through that shit. Man, I like my coffee black. No cream, no sugar, right? So one of the things I like, oh, hold on, I got to turn it around to the hose where you pour. Make it easier to pour. Y'all see how different the pour is? You see how the grounds are stuck at the bottom? Now, see why I like that? You know, you throw them grounds away. I know some of y'all like to use those grounds, but they've been pressed out. You know what I'm saying? We don't press everything out of them we can get. So you get a nice little thing that look like this. You're going to take it. The oil is already melting and coming to the top. And what we're going to do, we're going to move to the blender. Here we go. All right. Do that. Something I forgot. I need the top to the blender or something. It's real life here at GNJ Journey, so I can't keep the top of a blender. My kids be doing experiments and doing their own shows. So here we go. Now, of course, you know this don't take that long, but because I'm doing it for y'all, it's going to take taking a little bit longer, but I want y'all to see the consistency. Give me a second. All right, so we got it nice and blended up. I just want you to see. You usually don't drink coffee. I don't drink coffee from a glass. I got my favorite cup, and that's the only thing I'm missing, but I want you to see how that looks. You see that? That's one of my ambrosia tasting glasses. Let's go and sample this here. Hot damn. Now, it's not sweet, but you can taste the coconut oil in it, and you definitely can taste the baobab plant or the baobab powder, fruit powder in here, and it gives it a sour, tangy type taste. But it's real good, and it's good for you. So I'm gonna go and enjoy my coffee. Hopefully y'all got what y'all needed out of this. This is Brother Hatim on GNJ Journey saying peace. All right, family, we're about to start another video, another last one for the day. I'm gonna do some more. I'm gonna try to do more of these, and this is a video showing you how to put together a whole video construction. We're gonna construct like not a e-course. Basically, it's an e-course. It's a video teaching you how to use the video software. So we're going to take a little bit farther. So last time we just cut, and then the next time we cut and we added a title. So we're going to add a title, and we're going to combine two different videos, and we're going to add some text in there so that people understand what's happening, because we're going to move from the computer to the cell phone. All right, so we're going to put this together, and then I'm going to share this video. So we got the video this video we making now that we're doing, and this one is constructing, but the video that we're going to be looking at is the video that's going to be teaching our family how to use social media, at least Facebook for right now. But if you learn the basics are the same on all of the social platforms, and the basics are the same on all of the video editing tools. Some of them are a little bit more complicated, some of them are not as complicated. This one I use is not very complicated, and we could go and run through it in about 20 minutes. All right, so let's go ahead, and we're going to go to our Wii video, and the first thing we're going to do is, once again, we want to start off with the title, because we see it's on 00, and we need a title. We want a title page. So we're going to go up here to text. All right, we're going to find us a fly little title. I think I'm going to go with this one right here, right? Boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? So I'm seeing red, black, and green, right? So 3 colors flash over. So let's look at it again. We got white, yellow, blue. All right. So we're going to go and we're going to work with that. We're going to extend it a little bit. We're going to bring it down. All right, boom. I always see red, black, and and I like my little title spreads a little bit longer. We're going to make it about 10 seconds, right? About 10 seconds, right? Because we're going to have a little bit of, we're going to throw some music on this too, family. So y'all get ready. Y'all get ready. I want to make sure y'all can see what I'm doing. Yep, y'all can see what I'm doing. All right, cool. So I got it on there. So boom, we're going to click on it. All right, there we go. So now these are 3 colors that come in. So the last color is blue. This one is white. Boom. So what we want is we want red. We want black. And we want green. We're going to get the deep green, the forest green like that. So let's see how that looks. Take it back. Did you see the green? I didn't see the green. All right, there you go. Let's try it again. I didn't see it. Let's go back. Got red. Ooh, red, black, and green all the way through. All right. Top text, main text. So this is the top text. This is the main text. This is the bottom text. All right. So we're going to call this one main text. We'll call it social media. In the middle, we're going to put on the top learning to use social media to build our community. Let's see how that looks. Excuse me. That ain't COVID, by the way. We got a heckler in the crowd, family. Let's save changes. Let's look at it. Let's go back to the beginning.
Ooh, man, that look good. That look good there. All right, cool. All right, cool. All right, so y'all seen it, right? So, of course, now what we have to decide on is the transition that we're going to use. So, all right, let's go through the transitions. Let's try dip to black. Boom. I don't even know what that means, but let's look and see what it look like. Oh, I can't put it there right now because I don't have the other screen. So that's the problem. We got to get the other stuff. So let's go to my media. We're going to go to my media. Boom. And we're going to find what we're going to use. What we're going to use is I don't know why they put it all the way down here. Sometimes you got to go through and you have to find. So here's the one that we're going to use. How to build. Boom. Wow. We're going to put that right there. Boom. Just like that. And then we go to transitions. And we're going to go, let's do puzzle. Let's try that. Boom. We're going to put the puzzle. Let's see how the puzzle look. What it look like? Oh, God. What just happened? Did y'all see this? Y'all see that? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So now when stuff like, see, this is what I mean when I say that you have to be willing to experiment, right? You got to put time in. So let's go back. My video. I think this might be it right here. Let's go on and see edit. Let's see if this is it. There you go. They playing with me. They playing games with me. There we go. All right, so let's move over. We got to go back and we got to find our video. Oh, see, because now they moved it up to the top. So it was something with the program. So you ain't lose nothing. There you go. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put transition in. So now you can look at the transition. Let's look at the puzzle. Ooh. Yeah, let's use that one. Yeah, we're going to throw that one right there. Boom. You see it's green. Now let's see what it look like. Ooh. Peace, family. This brother Hatim coming at you with another tutorial. And what I'm going to do today. Oh, man. All right. That's kind of tight. So now what we need to do to add to this to kind of bring the beginning to life is some music. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to my media. Now, in my media, I have uploaded a lot of music. And this is track 10 of 10 out of the Afrocentric Warrior. So we could use the beginning of this track right here. Now, look, I want you to watch. If I move it up here, it's red. Why? Because it's not a video. If you look right here, it says video right over there. So you want to put this in the audio spot. You got your audio thread. So now, let's go and watch what happens. All right, cool. Now, so what we're going to do is we're going to cut off the very beginning of that because I don't know if you noticed at the beginning, it's like a sss. You hear that? That's about 2 seconds, and we want to cut that. So we're going to go down here. And I want to make sure that, all right, cool. Make sure it's cutting to the right thing. We don't want to, boom. Going to cut that off. And now, because it's so small, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to make it bigger. Let's make it bigger. Now the trash can come out. And I'm like, get out of here. Right? Now let's try it again. I might have cut a little bit too much. Peace, family. All right. So now, what we're going to do is, once again, now you got to click on this so you make sure that the scissors is right on there. And we're going to move it over a little bit. And we're going to let it move into this a little bit because I'm going to show you what we're going to do. Watch. So we're going to click. It's on that. We're going to click and cut. Boom. The rest of y'all, you know what we're going to do with it? We're going to trash it. Now, so we're going to go here once again, and we're going to click on the sound piece. Now, we want it to fade in, so we're going to give it about a second to fade in. Give it about 1 second to fade in, and we're going to give it about a 3-second fade out. All right, so you see these bars right here. This bar lets you know when it starts fading out. It's going to eventually go down to 0. And right about the time I start talking, it's going to go all the way out. So let's go and see how that works. You see at the beginning here, right here, it's going to fade in and then it's going to fade out. Peace, family. This is Brother High Tim coming at you with another tutorial. And what I'm going to do today is show you how to use Facebook and share different information. First, we're going to start with the computer, and then we're going to move to using using our cell phones. Okay. So, all right. So I was satisfied with the video. In this video, we don't have to see the whole video. So what we're going to do is we're going to compress the video a little bit, so that we don't have to, we could go and skip past all that and move past it real quick, because this is about a 13-minute video. We'll keep on going, boom, 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 boom. We can make it even smaller, so every jump is almost 5 minutes. Look at that. It don't even want to go smaller. It's like, man, what you doing, man? All right, so boom, we have 11, we have 13 minutes. Now we at the end, so let it play. Everything. But when it comes to us, as far as growing as a community, us growing as getting more people to support Giami, getting more people to come to Tawi events and to support Tawi and to support those things we love, we have to be the promoters. We are the promoters. Until we get to a point where we have an individual, in a sense, working for the community, and that's their job. You know what I'm saying? Their job is to promote everything we do. Even then, we still gonna have to help. We'll have to give a little bit of assistance. All right? Freedom is not free. You know what I'm saying? And we got to understand that we have to be willing to make the sacrifice. And right now, the major sacrifice that many of us can make is time. Time. It takes a little bit of time to share this information. So the video is a little bit off. To the next phase, the video is a little bit off. Using the video is a little bit off. Now, so the angle is going to be a little bit different. So, because the cell phone is smaller and I had to use the technology I had to use is a little bit different, okay? So, bear with me. All right, so now we're going to have a switch. So, we're going to move to another scene. So, what we're going to do, we're going to do another transition. All right, and the transition, let's do one. Let's do this right here. We're going to do this. We're going to allow it to dissolve. All right, so it's right there, right? So now what we're going to do is we're going to add in, I don't know why it let me do it that time, because it wasn't supposed to let me do it that time. But now we're going to go back to our media. And we're going to pull, because this is the next video. We're going to pull it down, and we're going to put it right over there. Boom. All right, so now let's watch what happens. I went back too far. We don't have to go back that far. Go. Because the cell phone is smaller and I had to use the technology I had to use is a little bit different, okay? So bear with me. All right, family, right now I am on my cell phone and I want to show the family how to do a few things on the cell phone. Now, we talk about the importance of social media, and I want you to understand. Sorry, I made it smaller. Now, so we did that switch right here, but it was some stuff that happened while I was doing it that I didn't like. So I want to get it off. So I'm going to go towards the end, right about here. And we're going to go through. So you can share it with everybody on your list. All right, there we go. We're going to share it there. We know Navita got one because she created the flyer. But we got a whole bunch of people that we can share with to let them know what's going on. You know, I got groups, I got individual people that I want them to know about it, so I could just go down and I could click every last one of them. letting them know that we got this DiGyFest coming up, right? And you could do this with any flyer, with anything that you're working with, so that you could get an interest and build up those people, or at least attract those people that you want. Now, a lot of these people come out and support some of the stuff we do directly, or they might just, donate to the process. So I'm just putting it up because this is a digital event, right there, what happened was, I don't know, I want y'all to see what happened. So I'm in the middle of a tutorial, those people, and right in the middle of the tutorial, attract those people that you want. Now, a lot of these people come out and support some of the stuff we do directly, or they might just, donate to the process. So I'm just putting it up because now. So I'm gonna stop it right there, but I want y'all to see what happened. Because this is a digital event. See that? I got a call. So now I'm gonna go back before the call because I could end the video because I basically covered everything I need to cover, and I'm just being hot Tim now. I'm being long-winded. Right? And you could do this with we talking about flyer, with anything that you're working with, so that you could get an interest and build up those people, or at least attract those people that you want. Now, a lot of these people come out and support some of the stuff we do directly, we got about, or they might just, 5 seconds, donate to the process. So boom, we can stop right there where my voice kind of went down. Donate to the process. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clip off the end, bow, because right after that I'm gonna show y'all all the stuff that start happening right after that. Watch. I'm just putting it up because this is a digital event. So in the background, what just happened. So let's go. Now, so I had to troubleshoot to find out what happened. So I was looking at a video of the software that I was using, and when the phone call came in, it triggered the software, or triggered the video to start playing again. I couldn't figure out where the background sound was coming from. So rather than, that's a lot of explanation. So what we're gonna do, I'll make it bigger so it's easier for me to cut. I'm going to get right on the end, right where that cut is. Boom. See how big it is now? And I'm going to just clip. Trash is in the trash. So we're going to end it right there. So now, how we going to end it, Brother Hot Tim? This is how we going to end it. So I'm going to try to use a function. Now I'm going to be using a different camera. I'm going to explain why I'm recording this. So I am going to go and I'm going to click the record. I'm going to record using webcam. Now, if you look on this, it says screen and webcam costs extra money. Screen and webcam costs extra money. Not for me, because I got OBS. So I used to be able to do this, but now they're trying to move me up to a whole nother pay level. And until we get our numbers up, I won't do that. But I can use my webcam, right? So next, it's asking for permission to use my web camera. I'm going to allow it. Okay. I'm allowing access. Default mic. It got HD mic. So, and it might sound a little bit different, but I'm going to go and let it choose and use my mic, my Yeti, right? It's going to use my integrated camera, and I'm going to explain what's going on as I record. 3, 2. Peace, family. I want to thank you for joining us for this video tutorial. As you can see, the video quality of what you are seeing now is different than the video quality that's in the software, because what's going on is the fact that get your ass over here. Now, y'all hear me working on something. Shut up. Why y'all so disrespectful? Sit down.
Or go upstairs.
That's one of those real life moments at Gianni Journey, family. So that took another 2 minutes. So we're gonna record it again, so I can get it right. Start recording. The sound quality. All right, family, what happened was that I had to change my camera, so I can't use the webcam that I'm using right here because this webcam is recording for another recording. So at the same time, I'm recording me doing this. It's crazy. So I got to use a second camera. So I'm using a second camera in my setup so that I could finish up the video for you, right? Now, this is for specifically for those individuals that are going to be doing the video editing, as well as learning about how to use the social media. So the quality of the video is a little bit different. I want you to notice that. Now, so I want to thank you for joining us, right? So now you know how to share using your computer as well as your cell phone. I want to thank you very much for joining us. And with that, I want to say peace. So it's saving. I could say save. Boom. And it's saving it right now. As you see it right here, it's building up. So I got to go and wait for it to save. And then I will transport it down. And then we're going to do an end. So for those that are watching something, like I said, the videoing, the video editing pushes your computer. So as we get better in the community doing it, we're going to have to get a better grade computer to be able to keep up. We need a computer that could do about 16 different things at the exact same time, 16, 32. Sometimes, sometimes even this computer I got is low end. So it makes it kind of difficult to do some things, and it take a little while. But I want you to get the basic idea. And while this video is rendering, because you can see as long as this is moving down here, I possibly couldn't use it. Let me see if I can move it. Uh-oh, they're going to let me use it. All right. Boom, it's green. Let me put it. I could actually put it in. It won't let me. It's not letting me put it in. Okay, there you go. It wanted to park itself. So we could do another transition here. Let's use the same. Let's do this one. Let's try this one. Just for a little bit of flavor there. Boom, there you go. Let's see what happens. So it ends, and let's go. Do it directly, or they might just donate to the process. So, all right, family, what happened was that I had to change my camera, so I can't use the webcam that I'm using right here because, so y'all heard what happened at the beginning. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back a little bit. I'm going to click on it. I'm going to click volume, and I am going to fade it in at 2 seconds. We want about 2 seconds. Right? And then we also going to fade it out at about 1 second. All right? Boom. Now let's try it. Now you see the track down here. This is the sound. All right? So it's a separate track for the sound so that you can separate it if you need to. Because you can see it's a little bit behind. To the process. So all right, family, what happened was that I had to change my camera, so I can't use the webcam that I'm using right here because this webcam is recording for another recording. So at the same time, I'm recording me doing this. It's crazy. So I got to use a second camera. So I'm using a second camera in my setup so that I could finish up the video for you, right? Now, this is for specifically for those individuals that are going to be doing the video editing, as well as learning about how to use the social media. So the quality of the video is a little bit different. I want you to notice that. Now, so I want to thank you for joining us, right? So now you know how to share using your computer as well as your cell phone. I want to thank you very much for joining us. And with that, I want to say peace. Now the sound faded out at the end. So now on this one, we want to do an end. So let's go on back to the text. So we got motion. We got static ends. right? And I could just put this down here. Or you got the ones that flow, the editors, boom, boom, boom. You got different ones. Now, for this type of stuff, I could put it through another processor and do another one where you get the moving strings. Well, we ain't got to do that. We could do a simple text right here. Boom, let it put it in there, right? And then all we got to do is go in and edit. And we could just put something like, thank you for taking. Thank you for viewing. Just very simple. Let's keep it simple. Thank you for viewing. Right? And we straight. Save changes. Boom. Thank you for viewing. And that's it. That's all we got. Right? Now, I also could put music on the end. Now, and you already see how to do the music. So now, we started with that music. Let's end with that music. So we're going to go boom. We could first, let's do this. I'm going to go here. I'm going to go back here. I'm going to put see the arrow? See when it's like that? That means I could stretch it. I'm going to stretch this out to about 10 seconds. Got it about 11 seconds. And what I'm going to do is select that track again, and we're going to drop it right here. Down a little bit more. Or actually, kind of let it fade in and out. Boom. Right? So let's watch. Of course, first let's fix this. Y'all remember that this got about a 2-second. So we want to get rid of that. We're going to go right here. We're going to cut. Wow. We're going to trash it. Boom. We'll scoot this up just a little bit. Right there. We're going to fade it in. We're going to fade it in at about 3 seconds. I put 30 seconds. Good God Almighty. About 3 seconds. And we're going to fade it out at about 1 second. Right? So now, boom. We know it's too long because it's an 8-minute long track. So let's back up a little bit and find out where to stop it. Cell phone. I want to thank you very much for joining us. And with that, I want to say peace. So I can stop right there. But we got a little bit more space before any.
Tap, my brother.
So I'm going to go back a little bit. So let me move up. So I can add something here, right? So now I'm going to go text, simple text. I'm going to bring another text box down right there. Insert and push. Boom. There we go. So now we're going to go and we're going to edit that. Thank you for supporting GNJ Media. Wow. Let's leave it at that. Save changes. Wow. Very simple. Now let's see. And if you want to, you can put a transition in there. But there is.
Tap, my brothers and sisters. This is Prince Khalifa.
All right. So now, I ain't want to have any of the music, so I need to shorten this. About right there. Actually, I could shorten this one. Now, let's see. it's just a little bit too long. So I'll go back just about a second. Boom. Right there.
Protect my brothers and
All right. My instincts told me to stop, but I didn't. I was greedy. I was trying to get it right there. Boom. I cut. Trash. Well, actually, I don't have to cut that one. All right. I'm going to leave that one alone. I just want to cut here. Let's cut that. Boom. Right there. Trash. Boom. Go back. Sound. Fade out. Much for joining us. And with that, I want to say peace.
protect my brothers.
That's too much. I'm going to have to cut that off. I'm going to leave that alone. Let's leave it alone. All right, so I could go back and cut it up, but I'm not. So now let's get back to my screen. All right, family, I want to thank y'all for checking this out. And this has been another one of those DiGyeTV Journey tutorials, right? Where we cut up some stuff, right? So I'm gonna go on and oh, my fault. Let's go back. We got one more thing we need to do. I'm sorry. One more thing we need to do. Let's go back. And what we want to do, we want to go up. I hope I ain't freeze it, because I got a lot of stuff working right now. Got a whole lot of stuff. So we want to save it. We want to finish it. And the name of this video is using FB for elders. 1. Set. Bow. We're going to do it in 1280. We're going to do, fuck it. Let's do full HD. Full HD, because we're going to send this out to everybody. The thumbnails, they ain't giving me too many good choices. Yeah, okay, cool. That's the Facebook right there. Say Facebook, cool. Export. We're going to share it. We're going to save it in our, that, and we're going to click and bow. Man, I should have put it up on Facebook, but I'll do that later. So it's going to do all that. So now let me go back to y'all. Oh, y'all didn't see that in. I saved it, and I just saved it. That's all I did. Make sure you always save your work, family. Yo, this is Brother Tim. And alright, so right now, when I'm showing y'all what to do, this is what I'm calling, of course, everything I label it Giame. This is my tea. This is some chaga tea. Now, it's not as dark as it should be, because I've been using this bag. I'm gonna have to refill it. I gotta find a new source, because I'm running out of the place that I usually go and get the chaga tea. They don't have it. But this is a powerful tea. This is a mushroom tea that we can actually find in Ohio. You know what I'm saying? It grows on birch trees. Is a mushroom, and it has a lot of benefits, and I'll list some of the benefits on the rest of the video. But I take this chaga tea. I'm about to give you the combination, right? So we take the chaga tea. I don't want to burn my hand on camera, so I'm gonna make sure I got something, and I'm gonna pour it. Of course, I'm gonna pour it in the Giame cup, yo. Check it out. It's complete with. It's hard to say. What a man thinks is what he becomes, right? So I got my cup for motivation. You know. Check it out. Make sure y'all see that, right? We're gonna take. Okay, cool. It ain't that hot. We're gonna take the chaga tea. Damn, but it's hot enough. Pour it in the cup. Of course. See that? Right? Boom. Alright. So I usually use my other cup, and then we're gonna take some chia seeds. You know, because I got a couple minutes before I go out on my run. Need to open the bag. Let me put it down. Put the camera down. So we're gonna take the chia seeds. Pour a little bit in there. Don't have to be a lot, because chia seeds absorb water. Now we'll talk about some of the benefits of chia seeds, but what I can tell you right now, you got dietary fiber, and it has the omega fatty acids. I think it's omega-3, and it may have omega-6 in it. It has iron, magnesium, calcium. It's real good. A lot of dietary fiber. No sugar, none of the other stuff. It's real good for you. It's the little things that we used to have, the chia, and you find out it's the superfood. Then last but not least, got that coconut oil straight from Ghana. Now, this is brain food. I've been telling y'all a little bit about this, right? I've been hearing people talk about the MCT oils, right? And they extract the MCT oils from coconut oil and palm oil. Both of these oils come from Africa, right? Now you could, especially the palm oil, right? So they go and they extract the MCT oils, the medium chain triglycerides, from these things. And I'm saying, well, I want to keep it natural. That's my steamer right there. We use a steamer too. But I want the whole thing. I want the whole whatever the coconut do. Now I want you to look at how this coconut oil works in here, right? And those of you that ever looked at a microscope, when you look at what coconut oil does to the surface, right? It sort of looks like those pictures images that you would see when you are exploring and using microscopes. I know it's kind of hard to see, but when you look at your own, check it out. And of course, I get a spoon and stir it, and we're gonna let it cool, and then we'll drink it, and then we're gonna hit our run. All right, this brother Tim, I'm out. That's one of those yummy secrets, right? Go and get your cup. Support the journey. Peace. See how I look when it spins? That's beautiful. That is beautiful. That coconut oil, man, and those chia seeds moving around look like life in the universe. I'm drinking my own little universe of life. Look at that. Brain food, body food, with dietary fiber to help clean me out. And of course, it's coming in a Giammi cup. As a man thinketh, so is he. And what are you thinking about right now? Peace. Oh, family. Make sure you join us to find out about this. The African sponge, and sit with me as we talk about the African sponge, Now, seriously, family, this is some serious shit. Check it out. Yo, this is Brother Hot Tim coming at you live. Well, some of y'all live and others it's pre-recorded. As y'all know, I'm shooting for 5 days on my fast. So, came home last night, I was real tired. Went to sleep. But I start my day off right. This is how the universe works. We start our day off. You got plans, like I'm fast. So I walk into my brother's office. My brother got a big bag of food that he got just for me. Wait, now, hey, this is how the universe works, right? Like you say, all right, I'm gonna fast. So I walk into his office, and he got a big bag of stuff from Whole Foods. He not a vegetarian. He said, man, I got this stuff. I thought you might want it. And I look in the bag, and there's lentil soup and minestrone soup. And I'm sitting up here like, this is how the universe works, man. Right? It's like you say you're going to do something. It's going to test you to see how serious you are about it. So good morning to Sister Sheila. Good morning to Real Fake Media. My man Dame Lee on Illy Ave. You know what I'm saying? We about to do this toast. We about to get it popping off. Because I know some of y'all might be celebrating Ramadan. I'm doing my fast. And it's just crazy. Right? It's crazy. Right? So I got my detox formula. I'm gonna pour that out, and we're gonna see how that's gonna settle as well. Now, today on the daily journey, we are going to be talking about the skin, which is the biggest organ, and I'm gonna introduce you to what's called the African sponge. All right. Now, this right here is a health tool. I found out about this when I went to Ghana, right? You could buy it at any African store. We'll talk about it a little bit more in depth on the YouTube piece. But we're going to talk about the skin because this week, last couple of weeks we've been focusing on the principles and the internal aspects. This week, we're going to focus on some of those external aspects. Like yesterday we talked about, I don't even remember what we talked about. Y'all know how I get down, right? But we're going to talk about the skin. We're going to talk about the fascia, right? Y'all, hey, family, learn about the fascia, all right? So we're going to talk about the skin, which is your biggest organ. Then we're going to learn about the fascia, which people are just not really finding out about. Then we're going to talk about the gut bacteria. And I'm going to show y'all. And then we're going to talk about water, right? Because the whole piece is family. Like, we go out and we could buy all these supplements. But if we got pure water and real food and air to breathe, there is no disease that we cannot deal with. There is, you know what I'm saying? Health is abundant. You know what I'm saying? All we got to do is be able to plug in properly, right? So, it's incredible. So today, we're going to be sipping on the ginseng, the root, we got the ginseng root right there. Y'all see it's still floating up in there. And it's a little bit darker than it was before. Because like I tell you, this stuff go through transformations, and you got to be on it if you're going to be drinking it, right? Because it teaches you so much. All right, so now let's get this water. Let's do this water thing. Come on, family, drink some water with me. Get your glasses out. Get glasses only, family. You know what I'm saying? We grown folk. We toasting with the glasses. Get your water. Man. Y'all see I was using a body butter this morning. I wasn't able to put it on. I didn't have enough time. I got up on time. It's just that I'm trying to throw some other stuffs into my program, right? So do one more. I feel it coursing through my body, pushing that junk out. My fault. Is water, real food, air. Yeah, I forgot air. No, I didn't forget air. Oh, and fasting. Dude, water, proper food, breathing, which should be first, and fasting. There's almost nothing that, like I told you, the goal is to eliminate all diseases related to the gut in our tribe. And I'm through the research, I'm having no doubt that we could do that. Let's see how this ginseng reacts. Oh, man. Miss Sheila says, hold on. My cousin says, first, peace, King. Salute to your son's strength. You are officially live on Iliad. I got salute to you as well, cousin. Calvin, you are live on Iliad with the great Hatim Giami. Thank you, brother. That's our brother, Dame Lee down there in Georgia. Well, I mean, he be traveling, so I don't know. I think he's still in Georgia right now, but he's internationally known. Be everywhere. All right. Something is wrong with my connection. It keeps skipping, so I'm going to watch this later. Have a wonderful day. Thank you, Miss Sheila. I mean, Facebook be acting funny, fam. So, eventually one of the things we may end up doing is moving this to YouTube Live, or even eventually start doing some type of private stream, because it's only a certain amount of people that come anyway, right? But I mean, we gotta start thinking about that type of stuff, because that's how it goes. It's gonna skip. Why would Facebook be skipping at 4 o'clock in the morning? You know what I'm saying? I know the billions ain't on here right now. Most people are asleep. So let's go and get some of this ginseng with the root. Is moving towards the very acidic phase, the vinegar piece. But what's strange about vinegar, family, is that when it goes into your body, at least the plant-based vinegars, the unprocessed vinegars, when it hits the body, outside is acid, but somehow it is transformed to alkaline. Now, I'm gonna come up with a better explanation for y'all on that one. I got to do some more research on that, but I don't understand, because vinegar is very acidic, but once it hits your body, it turns alkaline. It helps your body become more alkaline. So we're going to look into that. If anybody out there has any insight on that, please share that. So first, giving honor to the Creator by whatever name you choose to call it Creator. We call that great force down upon us. We call it the flow from within us to the outward world. We call on this Creator, even though we know it's all around us. We salute it. We lift it up. You know what I'm saying? We praise this power, this energy that created the universe, the multiverse, or however you want to look at where we are at this place in time. It created the very planet that we exist on. We toast that Creator, and we lift our glass and we say Ashe. From there, we move to our personal ancestors, and we remember our personal ancestors. We remember those mothers and those fathers, those aunts and those uncles, those friends and those cousins that have passed away. We lift them up. We remember them, right? We strengthen them by us remembering them, and we give them the ability and the power to help us and to serve us, because we serve them like we're doing right now, up early in the morning, toasting them, right? Celebrating their lives, remembering the things that they added to you, right? And it's like every 3 or 4 days I remember somebody else. And like I told y'all one time, I was thinking, and I didn't toast this dude by the name of Tony Clark. Tony Clark was my martial arts teacher, and Tony Clark changed my life. Tony Clark came into my life at a critical point in my personal development, middle school. Now, I don't know Some of y'all might have had the time of your life in middle school, but middle school was horrible for me. I hated middle school. And this ancestor, this brother who's an ancestor now, took the time to make sure that I learned the martial arts. He taught me for free. He taught many people in the community for free. So I want to lift up his spirit. I want to toast to him. You know what I'm saying? To brother Tony Clark. You know what I'm saying? For servicing the community and servicing this little black boy who was trying to find himself. He became like a father to me for about 2 years. You know, but that's a long story. But I toast him. You know what I'm saying? We toast the rest of our ancestors and we lift them up. I call them Miles Brown, Lisanne, Robert the Texan, Davis, Herman Brown, Senior, Rosalie, Tilly, Georgia, William, Walter, Christopher, Fanny, Gaston, Lena, Uncle Chris, Geneva Brown, Cleveland Brown, Margaret Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Elvira Brown, my Aunt Gina, Jamon Jones, John Flard, Jeremiah Tappan, Montague Pittman Air, Elder Nomo X, Elder Hairston, Elder Farmer, Elder Donaldson, Dr. Marianne Williams, Sapat Ma Ra, that's all I can think of right now, family. We toast them. Anybody else, if you got them, don't matter when you drop them, I'll salute them. We toast and we say, Shane. From there, we move on to this present moment. Today is Coochie Chagalia. We salute Coochie Chagalia, self-determination, right? We own it today, right? Today, I had to push through because I was talking about not my feelings stopping me from moving to greatness. Talked about it yesterday. I think it was yesterday. We talked about not feeling. You know what I'm saying? Not feeling like doing something or something like that, right? And I didn't feel like doing my breathing exercises, but I pushed past my feelings and I did it because it's good for me. Oftentimes our feelings stop us in our growth, stop us in our forward progress because we're feeling a certain way, which is cool, right? But when we need it, we need to get it done, family, right? We need to stop relying on our feelings to move us to the next level of life. Our feelings are not going to do that. As a matter of fact, sometimes if we don't monitor our feelings are working for our enemies. So we need to go and control those. So Coochie Chocolate is that principle to help you push through that self-determination. It's also a day of justice. It's also a day of correspondence, as above, so below. So we can reflect on those principles and we can grow. So we toast this moment right now, Coochie Chocolate, and we say Ashe. From there, we move on to our children, our children's children, on to infinity. We toast our children. We lift them up when we have an opportunity to, right? We lift them up every moment we can, right? And we help guide them and move them to a positive and a powerful future. So we toast them in advance so that when it's our time to be toasted, they won't mind lifting their glass for us because they're going to remember what we have done for them. Last but not least, I toast each and every last one of you that's tuning in, that's getting up with me early in the morning or that's checking on these videos every day, right? I toast you in your growth. I toast you in your strength. I toast you in your power. I toast you in your struggles. I toast you in your sorrows. I toast you in every way that I could toast you. And I ask the ancestors to move with you and to give you guidance when you need it and give you power when you need it and to help you push through your feelings sometimes. So we toast and we say, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. I wish all of you family peace, power, and 100 years. Sweetness is gone. Man, that's a grown man drink. strong ass man drink. Woo! I can't wait to eat the root. Now, family, check this out. Here we go. So, I just posted up a video for those that are supporting the journey on the Gumroad site. You go to Gumroad. No, you go gum.co/that ambrosia, right? Now, for those that signed up for the ambrosia, because some of y'all gonna be starting getting the scobies, right? I'm gonna introduce y'all to the scobies, where you can start brewing your own June. You can't brew ambrosia, you know what I'm saying? Because I got a connection with the gods, and you know what I'm saying? So I brew the ambrosia, but you could brew your own June, right? Because this is the issue, man. I'm not trying to hog this, you know what I'm saying? Because this science, you know what I'm saying? This art of brewing is something that is in us, right? We was the first ones to brew beer. We was the first ones to look at the possibility of fermenting and the power of fermenting. And I would be wrong if I hog that and be like, oh, I'm the only one that know. I have scobies. If you want scobies, you go and order you a SCOBY. I'll get you a SCOBY, and I'll put a video up showing you how to start your first batch. Now I'm waiting for that batch to finish, and I'm gonna complete a video showing you how to do your second brewing, because you got 2 and 3 different brewings that you could do with the ambrosia or with your June or with your kombucha, with whatever form you take it. I suggest June, which is the green tea and the raw honey, simply because we got too much sugar flowing in our community. So right now, what I want to do, I want to get this is the detox batch that I'm gonna be sipping on while I'm going through this fast. So I kind of want to distill it. So this family will be called a third brewing, because the second brewing is when you add stuff in there. So you can see the thyme leaf in there, you can see the cinnamon, you can see the I can't remember what that root is called, y'all gotta excuse me, turmeric root. You can see the redness of the cayenne, and you can possibly see some of the black seed in there. But this will be a second brewing. Now, how I'm gonna get all that shit up out of there, I don't know, right? But the PC is, man, I got it. I'm gonna work it out. I got it in. I'll find a way to get it out, or it might just be a bottle gone, right? But I needed to get it out so that I could start fast and get my detox. So Facebook, I won't belabor the point. Look at that. See, that's that black seed up in there. And Kwame, I got you on the black seed for your ginseng. You want to do ginseng and black seed. So you can put in personal orders. So Facebook, I'm going to say thank you. Peace for joining me. Y'all take it easy. Peace out. YouTube, here's the break. Y'all back. Hey, alright, so you had your little break. Alright. I think I might have forgot to put the slide on there the other day. I'm working on it. We're getting better at this, right? So this is the detox mix. I don't need to take a lot of that. Y'all see ginseng on it, don't mind that. That's one of the stickers from the last batch. We don't need a lot of that. It's nice and mature. See, it settled down. You don't hear the fizzing or nothing like that, so it settled down. We went through the third brewing. Well, this is actually the third brewing, and we just gonna sip that till it's gone. All right, on to today. Ooh, a very mature taste. All of the honey has been consumed by our friends, the bacteria and the healthy bacteria and the yeast. I'm getting the gut. I'm getting my little microbiome in order. You know what I'm saying? Because of course, you know, I got another fast coming up to kind of celebrate the official coming of summer. And family, we are going to talk about the eclipse, because there's an eclipse coming in August. I think it's August 21st, right around Marcus Garvey's birthday, right? I know please don't be out there talking about who is Marcus Garvey. Please don't do that. Please get on the internet, find out about Marcus Garvey. But today we're talking about the skin, and I said we was gonna go on and talk about the sponge. Right? We're gonna talk about the sponge, family. Simple technology that I learned about when I went to Ghana. Blew my mind. And I've been using this since my first trip to Ghana, which was, my son is 12, so 15 years. Been using it for 15 years. Now, I don't have the best skin in the world. You know what I'm saying? But I don't have a lot of breakouts on my skin, right? Why? You know what I'm saying? It ain't even because I've been drinking plenty of water, because even though I've been drinking water, I ain't been drinking enough water. So let's go and talk about the skin, then we'll get into what this thing is. Fun facts. Your skin is the largest organ and plays a vital role in detecting hot and cold, regulating your body temperature, and protecting your muscles, bones, and internal organs from outside infections and disease. So your skin not only looks good, but it regulates temperature and it protects your body. You know what I'm saying? It's the first line of defense. But that's just starters. There's so much more to your skin than you might think. Here are some of the most interesting facts about your skin. The average person's skin covers an area of 2 square meters. Skin accounts for about 15% of your body weight. The average adult has approximately 21 square feet of skin, which weighs 9 pounds and contains more than 11 miles of blood vessels. Alright, now the scary part about this is that in some form of fashion, they done strip somebody's damn skin off and weigh that shit. It's kind of scary, right? That's just my observation. The average person has about 300 million skin cells. A single square inch of skin has about 19 million cells and up to 300 sweat glands. Now, I need y'all to understand that, right? Because the sweat not only cools the body, but it helps your body eliminate toxins. So it's important that we start learning to sweat. I know it's uncomfortable, family, right? And we're going to have a show about saunas and, of course, the Native American Sweat Lodge. Family, if you have access to some of our Native American family, you need to go and get in tune with the sweat. We're going to talk about that. Oh my God, because it's, you know, the sweating and the ambleche season coming, so I got to get myself together. I'm thinking about going out. Your skin is the thickest on your feet and thinnest on your eyelids. The skin renews itself every 28 days. Now, that sounds very similar to the female cycle, does it not? 28 days. The skin renews itself every 28 days. Why 28? We're going to look into that. Not today, but we're going to look into that. Your skin constantly sheds dead cells, about 30 to 40,000 cells every minute. That's nearly 9 pounds per year. Your skin is constantly regenerating if you're taking care of it, if you're giving it what it needs. Some sources estimate that more than half of the dust in your home is actually dead skin. So when you got dust around your bed or dust on some furniture, a lot of it is you. Right? Clean yourself up, man. Clean yourself up. Leaving that damn dust all over the house. Clean yourself up. Come on now. Dead skin comprises about 1 billion tons of dust in the Earth's atmosphere. You are a polluter. I'm sorry. Hey, 1 billion tons of dirt, dust, right? Your skin is home to more than 1,000 species of bacteria, right? Now, y'all got to understand, you are a universe within itself. We're going to talk a little bit more about this when we get to the gut bacteria, but you are a complex ecosystem where all these things are working together for your existence. Your Ashe, the energy that the Ashe fuse, in a sense, your individual soul, and your individual soul is able to express itself through this physical body, which is composed of thousands of different organisms that are working together to make you. You are unique and a powerful being. And by you taking care of yourself, you are in the sense lording, listen to me, lording over a universe. So when that universe start going wrong and it start breaking down, it's because you are not lording properly. Which means a lot of times that you are investing your energy in the wrong direction, family. Right? A lot of us, we throwing energy out when we need to focus energy in. And why? Because when we focus it in and we start learning to master ourselves, this is why our ancestors talked about mastering ourselves. We're going to talk about mastery too. We got a whole bunch. I got years and years of shit to talk about, right? But when we start mastering ourselves, family, and we start learning to work with this marvelous tool that the Creator has laid upon us, this micro universe. Today is Kujichagulia, which also the hermetic law of correspondence fall in, as above, so below. If you look out into the universe, you got billions and trillions, well, let's say billions of galaxies. And within those billions of galaxies, you got trillions of planets and even more, uncountable amount of things. And your body is composed just like that. You are lord over your body. And when you are able to lord over your body, you are able to, that lordship, that rulership, that power that you're able to generate by learning to overcome and control this spills out into the world. So we got people doing it in reverse. We got people trying to conquer the world prior to trying to conquer themselves. Our ancestors always say, know thyself. When you master yourself, you can master the world. This is, you know what I'm saying? Know thyself. Take time to really learn your body. Take time to feel your body. Take time to look in the mirror at yourself. You know what I'm saying? Some people, if they seen themselves walking down the street, they wouldn't recognize them. Take time to look at yourself. Take time to peer into your own eyes. Right? Take time to touch your skin. It's a blessing. Skin that is severely damaged may try to heal itself by forming scar tissue, which is different from normal skin tissue because it lacks hair and sweat glands. Skin can form additional thickness and toughness, a callus if exposed to repeated friction or pressure. Now, I want y'all to think about that, right? Your skin adapts, just like you. Some of the nerves in your skin are connected to muscles instead of the brain, sending signals through the spinal cord to react more quickly to heat, pain, and etc. Your skin has at least 5 different types of receptors that respond to pain and touch. Change in your skin can sometimes signal changes in your overall health. So when you start getting the blotches and stuff, you know what I'm saying? It's your skin giving you a signal that something is wrong. Once again, I got another article, 50 facts about your largest organ. I got that first article. I'm sorry, I didn't give credit. It didn't show up when I printed it out. The largest organ in the human body is one you can see most easily. The skin is considered an organ because it's a very specific function. So remember, your skin is an organ, so you got to take care of it. Organs need to be moist. Organs needs, you know what I'm saying, they need to be hydrated. What we start with every day, hydrate yourself. The skin on average adult has a surface area of 21 square feet and accounts for 6 to 10% of your body weight, edging out the liver, your body's second largest organ. So I didn't know that. Did y'all know the liver is the second largest organ, which accounts for approximately 2.5% of your body weight. Also, lots of dust you see in your house is made of dead skin. We already covered that. 50 facts. This one got pictures. This come from, all you gotta do is look up 50 facts about your skin. Of course, we know it's the largest organ. 15% is covered 2 square meters. Skin accounts for 15% of your body weight. There are 2 types of skin, hairy and glabrous. Your skin has 3 layers. Did you know that? The epidermis, dead and waterproof, which is the top layer. The dermis, hair and sweat glands. And the subcutis, fat and large blood vessels. Alright? Now remember, we talk about ketosis and learning to burn the fat. So the skin covers and protects all of that. And wait till we start discussing the fascia. If you don't know what the fascia is, you need to catch up. Alright? There are 2 types of skin. Oh, we got that. Every inch of your skin has an exact stretchiness and strength for its location. Skin on your knuckles is very different than the skin in your belly, on your belly. So the skin on the knuckles is a little bit rougher. You know what I'm saying? So your body, think about the brilliance of this. Your body skin adjusts. Of course, the skin on the bottom of your foot is not the same skin that will be on the soft part of your belly, because the skin on the foot got to be the roughest, right? Because that makes the contact and your body adjusts to your environment, right? This is why, once again, family, listen, our ancestors were brilliant, right? We had scheduled suffering, purposeful suffering, right? We would put the body through certain things because we knew that it would adjust, right? Many of us is just letting life happen to us. Our ancestors used to plan life, or at least get like that. We knew that we was going to suffer, so we would put suffering into part of our training, right? A lot of y'all don't want to work out. A lot of y'all don't want to move. A lot of y'all, we used to make ourselves have to suffer because we knew that our body, and we knew that as a being we would adjust, right? We got to stop pushing ourselves, family. We got to get back to some of the old ways. Now, I'm not saying going back to wearing loincloths and shit like that, right? I'm not talking about that. What I'm talking about is some of the old views of who we were, right? A A lot of us want to live life without suffering, but life without suffering is a life without growth. Life without struggle is a life without growth, right? When we live life in a state of homeostasis, there's nothing that can happen that when we just totally balance. So every now and then we gotta throw ourselves off. This is why you see Brother Hatim doing things like going to the sweat lodge. This is why you see Brother Hatim doing things like fasting. This is why you see Brother Hatim periodically running and periodically making myself uncomfortable, learning something new. Right now I'm learning something new about this right here, because my body got to adjust, my mind got to adjust, my spirit got to adjust, my emotions got to adjust, right? My intuition has to adjust. We got to push ourselves, all right? All right, we talked about that. A body hair will grow from 2 to 6 years. You lose an average of 20 to 100 hairs a day. Hair is made from a protein called keratin. Every hair has a small muscle, the pili. This allows your hair to be raised when cold or in heightened emotional states. So think about the complication of just our bodies. You know, we learning all this. Each hair has a muscle. I'm not saying this. You know what I'm saying? There's studies on this shit. Each hair has a muscle. Wow. Keratin also forms a dead outer layer of human skin called a fingernail. So even your fingernail is skin. It's a hard form of skin. So listen, this is how hard you can produce your skin to be. Lipids are natural. Every 28 days your skin renews itself. Remember that 28 days of dust, your home actually dead skin. Most of the dust in your home. All right, so we going, okay, on average 14 species of fungi live between your toes. The glands that produce wax in your ears are specialized sweat glands. So even the wax in your ears is a form of your body pushing dirt out. Your skin has its own bacterial microbiome of over 1,000 species. Some are oily, some are moist, some are dry, and around 1 trillion individual bacteria. I ain't say billion, I didn't say million, I said trillion. Melanin, the color code. Skin color is the result of a protein called melanin. Melanin is a protein, family. Large tentacle-like cells called melanocytes produce and distribute melanin. I'm still learning with y'all. Human skin comes in a very wide range of colors from different parts of the world. Let's get into this. Around 7% of our skin cells are melanocytes. Everyone has the same number of melanocytes. Everybody, but listen. Skin color is due to the activity, not the quantity. All right, we're going to talk about melanin soon, right? Skin color is due to their activity, not their quantity. There are 2 types of melanin. You got pheomelanin, yellow to red in color, and you have eumelanin, dark brown to black. 1 in 110,000 people are albinos. Melanin is also responsible for the eye color. We're going to get into that melanin, baby. Trust me, we're going to get into that. It takes 6 months for a baby to develop their permanent skin tone. Alright, so before y'all be saying, that's not my baby, give it 6 months to find out about that color, alright? It goes through a process. Alright. Skin covering the eye is transparent and very sensitive. So even your eye, listen family, you are incredible. Alright? I'm gonna take a sip on that. This is that detox ambrosia. That detox ambrosia. Alright. We're gonna stop there. So now what I want to talk about right now is a sponge. Dun dun dun. You be like, brother, how Tim, that's not a sponge. I'm just calling it what my Ghanaian family call it. When I went to Ghana, my first trip, I was so excited about getting over there, I forgot a washcloth. So I'm screaming, goddamn, I gotta get a washcloth. And I went to go look for a washcloth, but in every shower that I went into, I saw this funny looking thing hanging out. You see it? Like, what the hell is that? I mean, y'all catching fish? What the fuck? No, brother. We call that the sponge. I said, that's not a damn sponge. I said, we know it's not a sponge. You know what I'm saying? You use it to wash up. You put soap on it and you rub it, right? Now, you can use this dry, right? Or you can use it in the shower. And what it does is stimulates the skin to help it eliminate toxins, right? So listen, this is a product that is made by us that we could go and start marketing, right? Because everybody got the loafer and you know what I'm saying, you got to go to the Mediterranean to get the loafer. When all over Ghana, I ain't even gonna say West Africa because I haven't been all over West Africa, but all over Ghana, you got this. You go to an African store and you can ask them for the African sponge and you can get this. We can start importing this and we can start selling this. Now they talk about where you dry dust your skin to kind of help motivate it. You could use this for that as well. Feel good. Damn, I never did it like this, right? But also you could use it in your shower. Now, I kept one of these. Now, family, let me tell you this. I don't have to change this for 10 years. I could keep the same sponge for 10 years. And I know y'all like, boom, of course you wash it, right? But the point I'm saying is, this lasts for a very long time. And it's basically a net made from strings that once you put it on your skin, it helps the skin to get rid of the toxins, right? So when you're looking at Brother Hot Tim's skin, I don't break out a lot. Here, let me change the view for you so y'all get a better look. You know, every now and then I get a little bump, right? You know, y'all done see me with all my stuff out, right? You know what I'm saying? Look at my arms, right? I attribute this to using this. Now this is a business venture. Now I'm not trying to hog all the business ventures, right? But we need to get sponges over here, right? Because now, if the skin is the first line of defense, we need to be taking care of our skin, right? Now, not only does this help open up the pores and help the pores release poison, what you got to understand is this. It also opens up the pores so that the pores are more susceptible to poison. So you got to be careful what you use this with. I use natural soaps, right? So, you know, there's other people out there talking about natural soaps. We're going to talk about some, but then also that's a whole nother business venture, right? Because, you know, the ash business, the skin business is something that we can get in and because we got skin. We can make our own soaps. You know what I'm saying? We can import or we could produce simple things like this and do business. Family, listen. It's called African Sponge. Go to the African store, check it out. Right? Now, I'm going to start making some of these available on Giami Journey. I'm not hogging it, but I'm going to do it. I'll make some of these available. So, you know, I ain't going to say it in the link below, but you're going to be able to go on and order these off of Giami Journey or I'm gonna find a supplier so we get a whole bunch of these, family. This is something very simple that we could use to help take care of our skin, and you can get that beautiful glow. Like y'all see the light shining off my forehead. It ain't just because my forehead is big. It's because, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm using some wisdom from Africa. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's not a sponge, you know what I'm saying? It works, right? So, this is Brother I Tim. I want to thank you for joining me for the toast. And with that, Brother I Tim is going to say peace. Oh, make sure y'all check out Miss Gina G project. She released one on Sunday. She got another one coming out on Thursday. For those of you that's been following and y'all been checking Gina out on my podcast on the Daily Toast, you know, keep her in mind because Gina dropped one of the ambrosia bottles and cut her foot up. You know what I'm saying? We ain't have to take her to the hospital, but you know, I'm still working with her on getting focused, right? So, you know, share things with y'all about my little people, right? Because one day, while y'all see me here, one day you may see one of my little ones taking my place, because that's what we do. We build legacy, is it not? Or maybe we might see one of your young people taking my place. You know what I'm saying? But the piece is, we build a legacy because our ancestors need to be toasted, don't we? Don't they? Somebody need to do it. Somebody need to take that responsibility. And I figure, why not one of y'all? Why not one of mine? Why not one of ours? We got to try. If you watching this, consider yourself part of the, you know, on the outskirts of the family. But, you know, you go to that Gumroad site, sign up. We start communicating. You become part of that inner circle. You know, we build it. Shouts out to Vern Love. We got one more day, girl, and you're gonna be getting your package. I hope the bottles made it. You know, when you are ordering that ambrosia, please be aware that there's a possibility that shit is gonna blow up inside the package. I'm just being honest, right? Y'all hear this sizzle every time I open it. I just closed that one. That one sizzled a little bit. We tighten this one up a little bit. Let's see. Just a little bit, right? So you know carbon is constantly building up. So what we have to do is, what I'm going to start doing is, for those people that make orders, not orders, for those people that support the journey, when I send stuff out to you, when I send your gift, your thank you gift out to you, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make Tuesdays the day, because according to the people I use, they can have it anywhere in the continental United States within 3 days, right? So rather than doing it on, because I did this one on a Friday, so that means that the stuff had to sit on, oh my God, I owe y'all push-ups. I did them. I shipped it on a Nia, so that meant it said Kaumba and Imani, and it's not gonna get there into Ajima. That's 5 whole days that I had to sit. So we will be shipping on Emojas or Kuji Chagalias, right? Now, as y'all orders start increasing, for those of you that are on Giambi Journey, that have friended us, that have supported us on Gumroad, you will be able to order personal mixes, right? This means that you say, Brother Hatim, I'm gonna give the journey, I'm gonna give Giambi Journey a donation. But the gift I want from you is this, brother. I want, like Brother Kwame. Brother Kwame was specific. He said, I want black seed and ginseng. Brother Hatim, I want to try. Ms. Vern Love sent me some information about black walnut. She might decide that she want to try a black walnut ambrosia. You know what I'm saying? Those of you that are in the circle, right? Those of you that are supporting the Giambi Journey, you know what I'm saying? Helping us, you know, because like I said, right now, you know, the finances are kind of low. So we still working on getting a camping trip together. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, cool. I'm cool with that. You know, we've been struggling all this time. We're going to continue struggling. That's how we doing it, right? But like next year, I want to do a train trip or something like that. But anyway, we'll get into that later. But the PC is, if you have certain herbs that you want to try and you don't want to take the time to make it yourself, you know what I'm saying? You can ask DiGyeTV Journey to go on and make it for you. All right, like this detox mix. All right, you want detox, boom. Because the next detox, I think I might try some black walnut. I didn't. Now let me say this: I didn't do oregano because oregano is very aggressive. I don't know if you did any reading on oregano, right? I was thinking about putting oregano, but oregano is very indiscriminate about the bacteria and the yeast it kills, right? It don't give a damn whether it's sort of like penicillin. It don't give a damn whether it's friendly bacteria or deadly bacteria or deadly yeast, or it's killing everything. So that's the one reason I didn't mix the oregano in with this, right? Because I don't want, the goal is not to kill all of the bacteria in the gut, in our cleansing process. What we want to do is we want to strengthen up the healthy bacteria and yeast. We want it to be able to be strong enough and work it with our immune system to extract and push out those things that don't belong, those parasites, those deadly bacteria and yeast that don't really belong. You know what I'm saying? And keep them in check. All right, because your body is about balance. Because even though candida is bad, there are candida bacteria that are part of you, right? But the issue is that they have to be checked, and that's a lesson in life. That's a lesson in life. When we talk about the microbiome, we're going to talk about that, right? That crucial balance, right? And it's sort of like your family. In your family, you have that wise individual who always does everything right, then you have that wrong individual, right? And when you want advice, you don't go to the wrong, you go to the wise individual, hopefully in your family, your circle. When you need some shit done, you can always call Pookie. But you gotta keep Pookie in check, right? And that's the way our bodies work. You know what I'm saying? It's a great lesson. So, yo, I'm going to let you go. YouTube, I love y'all. Listen, man, thank you. Thank you for those of you that's on the inner circle. I'm going to put the link somewhere around here. It's going to pop up some. Where you at, Link? Okay. All right. We're going to let the link pop up somewhere around here, right? gumroad.com/Hatem. If you want to support the journey, you go to gum.co/that ambrosia. Okay? But also there's a bunch of free stuff that's available on our Gumroad site. So, family, I salute you. You have a great day. We're going to drink this detox. We out. Thank you for watching the video. I want you to subscribe. Click the bird right there, the fiery bird. And I also have a special video just for you, right there. And for those that want more information about DiGyeTV Journey, go to our site. It should be right up. Peace. This is Brother Hatim. And what I'm going to be talking with you is called the Ashe breath. Right? Now, when I first was introduced to this, it was called the bellows breath. Right? But now it has become a little bit more popularized by a dude by the name of Wim Hof. And Wim Hof has been using this method, right, where he takes a deep breath in, blow out a little bit, take more in, and over oxygenate the body. What happens is the body heats up, the body get a lot of oxygen in it, and is able to start pushing out impurities, right? But then what Wim Hof added to this was Wim Hof has been able to break all types of records by doing this, because he has added the cold shower or the cold exposure part to this, right? Which causes the body to start burning a layer of fat, a brown layer of fat, so that you can survive, which kind of puts your body in a survival type mode. But it also gives you access to your autoimmune nervous system, so that you can start controlling some of the processes of your body far as healing, right? You can focus your healing. You can take control of that thing that they say you can't take control over. And this is what the Wim Hof method has done. So I don't want to take nothing away. All right. Peace, yo. This is Brother Hatim coming at you live. Well, it ain't really live, but it's recorded, but you get the idea, right? And I'm so excited about being able to share with you the Nguza Saba Challenge calendar, right? I've been posting it up, but I want people to see the concept, because my goal is to recolonize the week. It was colonized away from us. Now I want to give it back. I want to take it back. It's ours, and we need it, right? We need to be able to take each day of the week and to get our mind focused on principles and ideas that build us up, right? Anybody can use it. I'm coming from an African perspective, but anybody could benefit from the principle of Umoja, which is unity, Kujichagulia, which is self-determination, Ujima, which is collective worker responsibility, Ujama, which is cooperative economics, Nia, which is purpose, Kuumba, which is creativity, and Imani, which is faith. Now, but what you see, I have added some other stuff on here, and I want to explain why I added it. But also, I want to let you know about some of the stuff that's coming, right? Because I'm not done with this yet, right? And is an opportunity for those of you who have the foresight and the insight to see the value in just this simple little calendar. Now, I want to send shots out to a brother by the name of Butch Hamilton. Brother Butch, he's a teacher in high school. Actually, he might be a counselor now, but he created the very first calendar for me years ago, before we went to Ghana. So he put this calendar together for me because he had the technical know-how back then. I couldn't do it. I lost it, and then we kind of fell out of touch. So I want to send shouts out to him because he first saw the vision and he laid it out for me. He also did the first cover for the Players Pyramid. He set that together for me. But anyway, here we go. So what I'm saying is, we have the days of the week, and we go through them, and we got Mondays, we got Tuesdays, we got Wednesdays. And I'm just saying, let's take those days of the week, stop calling it that, and start using our words so that we can get focused on what we need to be working on in our life. All right. So Umoja, the day formerly known as Monday, would be Umoja. The day formerly known as Tuesday would be Kujichagulia. The day that was known as Wednesday is Ujima. The day that was known as Thursday is Ujama. The day that was known as Friday would be Nia. The day known as a Saturday would be Kuumba. And of course, the last day will be known as Imani. All right, so that's the flow of the week, right? I didn't work on changing the days of the year, the months of the year yet, You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'll leave that for somebody else. But I needed something that everybody could recognize. The Nguzo Saba has been around for since 1966, and I figured that everybody has, in some form or fashion, ran across these, and it just happened to fall on the sacred number 7, which is the same days of the week. So I said, why not? All right. Now, what you'll notice about the calendar is that I also have other things down there for the days of the week. Now, as I get people that are more proficient at designing stuff, they will be able to add their flavor to it, their touch to it. But on here, I had a definition for Umoja, which is the first line as you go across is unity. Umoja, Kujichagulia, self-determination. Ujima, collective work and responsibility. Couldn't fit it all in one line on there. Ujama is cooperative economics. Nia is purpose. Kuumba is creativity. And Imani is faith. Okay? Now, also what we have for the young people I work with, we have this thing called the Millennium 7, where we basically have the Nguzo Saba, but we kind of translate it so that it'll work in the school. So on Umoja Day will be unity. You got self-determination. You got respect. See respect down there. You got instead of cooperative economics, we got gratitude. Then we have Nia, which is purpose, it remains purpose. Kuumba, creativity. And Imani, we also had a word trust down there, right? But we also have the 7 principles of Maya, right? We got truth for Umoja. We got justice for Kujichagulia. We got righteousness for Ujima. We got a reciprocity for Ujima. We got balance for Nia. For Kuumba, we got cause and we got order. And for Imani, we got harmony. So let me do that again because I think I messed up. We got truth, justice, righteousness, reciprocity, balance, order, and harmony. Then we also have the 7 hermetic laws. We got on Umoja, mentalism. On Kujichagulia, correspondence. On Ujima, we got vibration. On Ujima, we got polarity. On Nia, we got rhythm. On Kuumba, cause and effect. And in Imani, we have harmony. Gender. All right. So then somebody said, well, what about the day names? Because in West African countries, we have day names, most notably in Ghana. So for the male, we have for Moja, child born on the Moja. We got male Kwojo, female Ottawa. On Kujichagulia, we got male Kwabena, female Abana. On Ujima, we got male Kweku, female Akua. On Ujima, we got Yao and Ya. On Nia, we got Kofi and Afua. On Kuumba, we got Kwame and Ama. On Imani, we have Kwesi and Ama. Now, it's important that y'all understand that these day names have meaning, so you go and do the research. Now, also, for each principle, because I want you to understand, I've been working with this for a long time. For each principle, I have identified a chakra. I've identified a chakra. And the chakra has a certain color. So Umoja is a certain chakra, right? And it's the very top chakra on the top of your head. Kujichagulia is known as the third eye. Ujima is in the throat chakra. Ujima is the heart chakra. Nia is the solar plexus. Kuumba is two fingers or 2 inches below the belly button. And Imani is the chakra within your sexual organ, right? And each one of those have a color. So on Umoja, we got violet. On Kujichagulia, we got indigo. On Ujima, we got a blue. On Ujima, we got green. On Nia, we have yellow. On Kuumba, we have orange. And Umani, we have red. So not only are we using the Nguzo Saba for the days of the week, we are also using them to identify each chakra point in our body. Because when you look at what each chakra does, you find the principle in there. So not only can you focus on changing your macro vision of the world and the universe, you can also use it to change your micro vision of the world. Because I found a long time ago that it does us no good to jump into other folks' culture, right? And totally utilize their stuff, when the fact of the matter is that culture cures, and we need to be cured with connections to our culture. Our culture need to lead us back to where we're from, right? So that's the reason why I created this calendar idea. So we got January already set up. I'm gonna begin working on February, and I got friends coming that want to help with the numerology of the day, as well as the astrology of the day. So eventually you're going to see this calendar growing, right? And of course, some of y'all out there might have some suggestions on how we can make this calendar better. So right now, in the middle of the calendar, I have Giami Journey. If there's other companies that want to get involved with the Nguzo Saba Challenge, you could take a month and your image could go where I got Giami Journey. So for February, if a city market wanted to host February, we could go on and put the city market, or we could put any other business, culturally centered business, on our calendar. Okay, so now hopefully that answers some of the questions about the calendar. Now I want to go to the form, the Nguzo Saba Challenge form. Now with Google, I'm able to share the form with you if you have a Google Drive. You could download the form with the link. You get the link once, because I'm gonna post the link up on at the end of the video, and you can click the link and go directly to the Nguzo Saba Challenge if it allows. If not, I'll just take it and I'll put it in the description box, and you could click it. Matter of fact, I'm gonna try to do both, so that you could click it and you go straight to it. You got the link, you go straight in. I'll share it with you on your drive. It'll be shared with you. You could copy it, and you can have your own personal one in there. What I suggest that you do, when you get to the form piece, you go up to the top, you go up to the tabs, and you open up a spreadsheet. And the spreadsheet will allow you to track your own development along the lines of the Nguzo Saba Challenge. Now, what are the questions on here? Now, the first thing I ask is that when you sign up for the challenge, you let us have your email address, right? So that we can be in touch with you about new things that come about on it. Keep you in the circle. We ask for the date. The day is a drop-down menu. You click that. You click the day that you're on. Then you what was revealed on the day to you. This is basically like, what did you learn in the day? So this is after you went through the day. Then you tell us how the day was for you, or you tell yourself how the day was. Was it great as a 1 or terrible as a 10? All right. Did you meditate? Did you work out? Kind of reminders, because we need to start incorporating those into our life. And what was your biggest struggle? So you keep that down. It's basically like a personal diary, or a diary that you can share, because what I'm trying to do is to collect information so that we can see what commonalities emerge with all of us, so that we can start, like on emoji. We know a lot of people have problems with this. So we can start putting up suggestions to help you with it, because this is about us growing together, right? Us learning together, us observing together, us focusing on the principle together. And when we start focusing it on together, it'll increase our ability to see things, and we can give each other advice in our growth, right? So now, as I always say, please, if you like the video, like it, subscribe, and most importantly, share. I want to thank you for taking the time to watch, and thank you. Great day, great day. I'm off the run. My feet are cold, but that's cool. And I'm feeling good. I usually don't get up early on Saturdays, but I've been hyped because I got people clicking in. So I'm going to keep on giving if y'all going to keep on taking and then giving back by clicking. So now, this is where we at. Last night on Freestyle Friday, I talked about giving you a program. I only got 5 minutes, so let's roll through it real quick. We need to change your operating system. And the operating system that we are going to install, the software that we're going to install is called Higher Self 2.0. We need to reboot and reprogram. You need to give yourself permission to reboot and to reprogram. When you reboot something, usually you got to turn it all the way off to allow the hardware to cool off and to settle down, and then you restart it, and then you do, like with phones, they got what they call over the air download. So right now, what y'all doing by tuning in to giving yourself permission is giving yourself an over the air download, an over the air update. We're gonna update your operating system to Higher Self 2.0. So here we go. We need to replace the garbage the world has given you with a new divine program called Higher Self 2.0. Now here we go. This is what it's going to provide. These are the 9 things that it's going to provide. 1, it'll help your system realize that it's whole and complete. And in other words, it's a holy process. It's your whole being is holy. Next, what's going to happen is it helps draw on the power that was suppressed by the old programs, helps smash old paradigms, and help you break through those self-perceived, those self-created limits. 3, is going to help you draw information from your hard drive and the world faster, basically upgrading your operating system. 4, it defrags your internal life and helps align all parts of your being and help you move toward greatness as a unit. Then we're going to move to the 5th thing it's going to do is going to free your system to move and calculate life challenges at a quantum level. That's super fast, unleashing power that has been drained while you were caught in your eternal loop of madness and confusion. 6, it enables your system to bring new order into your life, which frees up resources for you to help others. 7, allows your system to communicate clearly with the universal power source and the world, giving you the ability to more effectively act for and claim what you need and what you want. Number 8, it enables better cooperation with other systems around you and helps prevent viruses from reinfecting your hard drive. And the last thing that it provides, it realizes the interdependence, which increases your processing and miracle power to levels unheard of before. Now, when you install the software, that's what happens. So now let me finish it up. So now, these are some of the steps that you need to take to start doing it. Now, you see that I started the meditation and I started the physical workout. Now, these are 2 basic pieces that you need to start incorporating into your program to help you. Some type of workout where you use your physical body, or as we call it in geometry, you use your vessel. You know what I'm saying? You use this vessel and make it sweat. Second, you need to start meditating. This gives you time to start stilling your mind and being able to focus inward, taking your energy and focus inward. Now, my baby is on her way down here, so I'm about to stop this right now. But if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment, hit me up on my blog, and we can move forward. Now, also, you could go to the Insight Timer app and join my meditation group. And you could kind of meditate with me. You could use my guided meditation, or you could use somebody else. Last but not least, in my new app, I'm going to have what I'm calling a rebooting meditation that I'm going to develop just for individuals on the journey, and that will be available through the app. So, peace. This is Brother Hatim, and may your day be as beautiful as you are. Remember, get in the mirror, look at yourself, give yourself permission to reboot and to reprogram yourself. And remember the benefits that I promise you that you will have when you move to your new software, Higher Self 2.0. 30 seconds over. Great day, family. This is Brother Hatim coming at you with another how-to video. We have what we call a Giami room through our Synapse connection. And this is an excellent piece of technology, and I want to make sure that you know how to use it from two standpoints, from the cell phone as well as from the computer. So I want to give you some quick instructions, because we got events coming up, and this is going to be a very useful tool as far as what we are going to be doing as a family in the future. So let me go and give you some quick instructions. So let me switch screens. All right. So first things first. All right. So I will send you an email or a text. So I got one that I did for cell phones, and it'll come up after this one. All right. But right now, what I want is when you get the email from me, it's going to be a link. I'm going to have this link. You just click on that link. My fault. That was a total full power on my part. Boom. There we go. Now I click on the link. Open link. Wow. So it's taking me to GNJ Media Home. Audio device is, you get to pick your audio device. I have a choice between my phone. I can use my HD camera, microphone. I can use once again, they talk about the microphone. I can use the stereo mixer in my computer, webcam, boom, 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 microphone that's in the computer, or once again, my Blue Yeti. I'm going to leave it at the Blue Yeti. And I could use you could choose your camera. So the first is audio. Next one is in order, audio, and then you got video. So I got choices for my video. I can use the integrated camera, which is the camera on my computer, or I can use my HD Pro webcam, or I can use Logic Capture. And I don't know what that is, but I might experiment with it, but I ain't going to experiment right now because it got something to do with my webcam up there. All right, so we're going to leave it on the webcam like it is. We're going to leave it like it is. And then we just push save. And what it will do, it will bring you into the room. There's an error. Could not start video source. I know why. So let's go back out. So now this the piece about when we're working with this type of technology. We got to be unscared to experiment, because the reason I couldn't use it was because I'm already using my webcam. So what I have to do is I have to make another choice. So if I'm using my webcam for one function, I can't take it outside and use it for another function. So I have to change my options. So I'm gonna move, and I am going to go into integrated camera. Boom. Now let's see if it works. Wow. There you go, right there. Issue solved. Now, this camera is not as good as the other camera that you're seeing me on. You can see the difference. But because this is the camera from my computer, the other image that you're looking at that's probably over here somewhere is the camera from my webcam. You can definitely see the difference. But now, once you're in the room, what that does, it allows me to grab this picture by copying the link and putting it down in my OBS. All right, which will bring it over here. So let's do that. I'm gonna go here so that I can demonstrate what's happening. I copied it to the clipboard, and let's say I want to interview myself. I'm gonna interview myself. So I am going to go to another scene. Hold on, let me find, where's it at? My Synapse scene. There you go. Boom. All right. So I'm going to go up here. Let's say we're going to put it. There we go. All right, cool. So now I could just transition and interview myself. Boom. Boom. Right? So now be like, oh, wow. Look at that. Okay. So now watch this. You want to see something crazy? I'm going to go back to here. And in this scene right here, I'm going to add a function because I want to show you all the power of OBS. Video capture device. Boom. I already got it. So I'm going to use the existing. Boom. I'm going to interview myself. Hold on. Make it smaller. Y'all can see what I'm doing over there. I guess I'll leave it right there. And I'm going to switch. Okay, brother Hatim. How you doing today? Well, I'm fine. You know what I'm saying? So this function allows us to actually get people in real time. Because if you look at the device, it's pretty much in sync. Everything is moving at the same pace and at the same time, right? So it's a beautiful tool that we could use to really do some real nation building with. So now what I'm going to do is we're going to move over. I'm going to show you how to do the same function on your phone. It was a pleasure putting this together for you. And like I said, remember, support the journey. Support the journey. Support the journey. All right. Peace. Oh, my fault. GNJ Media.support. If you know. All right, now let's make the transition to the cell phone because the cell phone is what most of the family is going to use. Some of you that will be reporting live from the scene and possibly doing interviews. With this function, we could have up to 12 people up on it. But the beautiful part about it is not Zoom, it's ours. So let's move into learning how to use it with our cell phones or smartphones. All right, family, I want to make sure that everybody I send my link to know how to use it, especially those that are family and in the tribe, so that we could go on and communicate better and share our skills and talents. So I'm putting this video together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to use the link into the Giami room. All right, so you receive a link. So let's see. I sent Elder Tony a link, and all you got to do is just click on the link. The link is the one at the bottom. You see it down here. It say 849 above it. I sent it out, and me and Elder Tony tested it. So all you got to do is click the link. Now what pops up is a room. And what happens is all you got to do is you go on it and put your name up there. Y'all see I got Hatim up there. Boom. Let you know, so you can know, so people know who in the room. Now, as far as audio, the audio devices first, you can click on that. You use your speakerphone, or you could try to use your headset piece, because if it links straight into your phone, then it should work. So I'm going to keep it at default. So it's going to use whatever I got working at that time. And you also have a choice. You have facing front camera. That's the camera that faces you, or you could do the back facing camera, and I'll demonstrate both of those. So let's save. All right, at this point, the voice goes out because I'm on the device, and they can't share a mic. So I'm demonstrating how to use the front facing camera. Now we are going to where I'm going to show you how to switch to the back facing camera. I'm changing the device. All right. And I'm going to the rear facing camera. Just click facing back camera, save, and boom, the back camera is on. You also could flip it so that the picture is horizontal. I should have demonstrated that. There's also some other functions on here. You don't have to worry. You just keep it at the default. Save. All right. Hopefully this was helpful and instructive for you. Once again, easy. Because I'm using the mic for both of these things, it will only work on one product at a time.
Let me get out of it. Boom, I'm out of it. So hopefully that was helpful and you developed a new skill. Peace.
Mr. Edwin Baird on the tenor saxophone.
Peace, family. Yo, this is Brother Tim coming here to kind of do a video on how to use a video editing software that I use. It's called WeVideo. So go on, take this ride with me. We're going to learn together because the first thing that I want to stress with using any of this software, whether it's on the internet or whether it's on your computer, is you have to be willing to make mistakes. Don't be scared to make mistakes, okay? So you're going to have to stumble through and get to a point to where you're comfortable with the software. The only way you can get it is by making mistakes, going back, learning how to fix those mistakes. So I'm going to take you through the process that I go through to try to figure out how to do things. Now, the video software that I use is WeVideo, and what I have to do is I have an event coming up, a digital event called oh my God, excuse me, my mind is moving slow. My mind is buffering right now, but it's called Per Onk. And I have to get some video footage ready for Per Onk. Actually, we just need the sound of the footage, but we're going to use the whole footage so I can show some simple cutting of the product, okay? How to use this in particular, how to use this stuff in particular. So we're going to transition. I'm going to transition to my other screen. Now, for those that don't know, the software that I'm using is called OBS right here. This is OBS, and with OBS, I am recording my screen. So what you see right now is my news feed screen, and this is the screen that I use to go and do stuff like this. So I am on WeVideo. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to use this one. I am going to do WeVideo over here. Type in WeVideo, right? Boom. And I already got it. So I'm going to go and boom. I ain't going to do the exports. I'm just going to go. I'm going to walk you all the way through. We want to look for WeVideo, just in case you don't have it. We're going to go to WeVideo. Oh, it wouldn't even take me through there. I'm already registered. So they like, I'll forget that, brother. We ain't going to take you through all that. But the name of the software is called WeVideo. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I am going to go to my dashboard. And on my dashboard, I get to start this right here. So we got video. With this software, you could do video. Now, with the plan that I have, because I have an advanced plan, I get 8 hours of uploads per period that I'm in, because I got a very old account. I've been using this for about maybe 4 or 5 years, maybe. I got 16 gigabytes of information in here. And I'm like, oh, damn, okay. So on here, because this is kind of new, because it changes all the time. And that's the whole issue, family. You can learn a software, right? You can learn a software. But what ends up happening is that software advances, and oftentimes you end up have to start learning how to use some of the basic stuff again. So with this video software, I'm able to create videos. You see the little finger? I'm able to create videos. I'm able to just record. Like I could record my screen just like I'm doing with OBS right now. We also have, I could create GIFs, or I could create a podcast right here. So right now what we're going to be working on is video. Now you're looking at this, start with a template. So I could start with any one of these templates. We got the graduation, how-to video, vacation, simple social media video. They lay it out for you. So you go and you could pick one. You got Mother's Day, you got a vertical demonstration, you got, so you know what I'm saying, they got all that. So you go through and you could pick any one of those. I'm not going to pick those because I already know what format I want my video in. I just want a simple cut. All right, so boom. So I go video. I'm creating a video. So you see this. So now you got your choice. You got 16 by 9, which is this one right here. So it'll show you on the cell phone what it look like, 16 by 9. So it'll be like that. Or you got the vertical, 16 by 9. It'll fill up that whole inside. Or you got the 1 by 1 square. Now, I think that for this video, I like using a horizontal, so the 16 by 9, which makes it kind of hard when I'm doing stuff far as advertisements for Instagram and stuff like that, but it's cool. So they got saved to an existing project. So I should have created a project for this first, but since I don't have a project already created for it, I am going to use my ebook one, and I'm going to remember that, and I'm going to start editing. So I had the foresight to upload the video before it. So the video that I'm going to use is 1 hour and 46 minutes long. And this is the video right here. And you could just click on the video like I just did right there, and it will put it over here so that you could watch what it is you want to edit. So what I want to do is I want to edit out 2 parts. I want to edit out the song "Lift Up Every Voice and Sing," and I also want to cut out the "Praise to Our Moon" piece on here, so that we don't have to sing during the presentation that I'm gonna do during the per-onc. So now what I did was I went through the video before, and let me bring it back home. So I took my little handy dandy notebook. This is what this type of stuff is good for, my diary and stuff and stuff like that, so I could keep notes. And I wrote down on the per-onc video what it was I needed to cut out was. So I know that "Lift Every Voice" starts at 3 minutes. I got it right here in my book. So I went through and I did it so that I would be prepared when we came here. So let's switch back and go straight here. Wow. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this. You see my little arrow? You see it moving around? You see? All right, so I'm gonna put it on the video that I want. I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna put it down here. Pow. Right? And I know that "Lift Every Voice and Sing" is at the 3 minute mark. And right here, if you look, it's in 10-second increments, 10, 20, 30. So I can increase that. I can increase the size of that, right? So it's like, boom, all right, you see how it's spreading out, and it gets a little bit longer and stuff like that. We can make it bigger, or we can make it smaller, so it's closer together. So I see where the 3 minute mark is. So now I don't have to go through all of that. I could just move it all closer, make the increment smaller, and I see where 3 minutes is. See where 3 minutes is? And I could bring it all the way up to the 3 minute mark. So I'm going to stop at about 2:57. And from here, we'll just push play. So I can stop it. So it starts almost at 3 minutes and 3 seconds. So I could take it back just a couple of seconds. That's right about there. Boom. So we know it's going to start right there. So we know that it's right about 3 minutes. So I'm going to go, and what I'm going to do, you see these scissors right here? I'm going to cut that film. Bow. Right there. I cut it. Right there. If you look, there is a line right at the 3.18 seconds. You see that? So what I could do is now I could go back to this piece, and you see right above here, I could put effects on it. I could change the sound. I can open the opacity options, how clear I can make it clear or unclear. I could open clip editor, I can edit the whole clip, or I have the trash can, which I will do with that. Boom. Now, this video is still intact, but the video down here is no longer the same. I just changed it. So now let's go. We know what we want, so let's see.
Voice and sing till earth and heaven ring, ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise, high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the roaring stream.
So also, I know what I want.
Sing a song full of the hope that the presence has brought.
So the singing is not the best, but it would be better than what we would get during the presentation. So we see it goes, stretches on. Hold on, let's see how long is it. So I'm gonna let it go a little bit behind. Elder Tony ended it right there, and I'm gonna end it. So that's 4 minutes and 5 seconds. So once again, I go back to the scissor. You see, say split, selected clip at playhead at. So we click, bow. There it goes, clip. I click it, and then I'm gonna throw that away. Right? So now if I wanted to, I could go in here and I could make several different type of changes for this whole clip. Right? I can add words, I can make it clear or I can make it unclear, all that. We could do all that. Like, for example, we could edit, go in here and edit. So I could change the rotation, I could flip it. You see that? Right? I could flip it backwards. You see that? Or I could flip it upside down. You see that? Or I could make it, I could change the shape. I can fit in, or I can make it smaller. You know what I'm saying? But because of this, then also the scale. So I can make this very small if I wanted to, right? And for this, one of the things I want to do is because we mainly want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to make it small so that when I put it on the screen, you know what I'm saying, I can move it up somewhere and we not have to worry about it. But actually, with OBS, we don't have to do that. I can show you that too. But like I said, I could change the size of it. I can make it extremely big. I could focus on those candles back there or something, right? Change the angle, change the camera and stuff like that. Blur background. I could blur the background. You know what I'm saying? Type stuff like that. So we're going to leave it like that. We're going to save changes. I could change the sound. I could increase the volume, right? I could have the fade in, and what the fade in is when it starts. Rather than it just coming on, I can have it fade in. So I could say fade in at about 0.5 seconds. Or I can make it have it fade in at a complete. So then also I can have it fade out at about the same amount of time. We're going to save those changes. All right, boom. We're going to go back. We're going to continue looking at it. So we got the edit. We did the edit. Let's look at the opacity. All right. So I can also have it fade in as far as visually. I can have it fade in as far as visually as well. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we already kind of dealt with the sound. We can increase the sound. We can fade in the sound. We got certain effects that we could use. We could blur. You know what I'm saying? Look at all these effects. We can make it black and white. Look, I can make the whole thing black and white if we wanted to. As a matter of fact, let's go and play with it. We can make it look old. You see that? We can make the whole thing blurry. As a matter of fact, let's apply. So let's now. So, you know, it kind of blurs out, and just the basic idea of the song is going on. You hear it fade in? So now, I changed my mind. I'm gonna take the blur off. See, when you're directing, you can do that. Let's sharpen it. Sharpen it, you know. Oh, it didn't change. So now, once again, this is where you have to experiment and see what's going on. Hold on. So let's take it back. We're going to take it back. We're going to FX. All clips. Maybe that's what we did wrong. And we never took the blur off. So we're going to take the blur off. We're going to take the sharpen off. You got it? All clips apply. So now we done took it back to the way it was. Y'all see that? All right, so it's little small things like that. So there's no need to be scared. And actually, if I wanted to, because the sound, the video and the sound, there's a possibility that I could possibly strip out the video. But we ain't going to work on that right now. We ain't going to worry about that right now. So we got this one done. So what we want to do is we want to finish this video. This is Lift Every Voice and Sing. Voice for per onk. So I could be clear on what it's for. I could set no. Whatever you about to ask, no. Okay, yes you was. All right, so I'm going to save it at 1280 7p because that is basically what I stream out at. All right, so we're going to save it at 780 20p. It's going to save it on here. And it also will save it on my this right here is Google Drive. I can also send it to YouTube, right? If you got a Dropbox, they also got Vimeo. You can send it to a FTP. Click to upgrade. Dang. Well, I don't know what FTP is. Maybe let's look at that real quick. All right, this option is available for premium subscribers. Upgrade today and get more editing features, premium destinations, and more. Let's go and compare the plans. Let's look at this. Hold on here. I know they're like, man, brother, hot Tim. So, individuals and businesses. So I'm somewhere, my whole piece is old. And plus, anything I do, I usually do it monthly anyway, right? So I'm somewhere around on this one. So I don't see why I don't have the V, whatever it is. They won't even, where is it at? Where does it say? VIP support. So I will get that there, but it don't say nothing about that. What was it? Let's just go back. What was it? It said it's a premium feature. So I don't have so they said I don't have a premium plan. All right. Well, we keep growing as a tribe. We'll eventually get the business where we could do the $29.99 and get everything. Right? They got brand management on here. And then, I was going to upgrade, but we're paying a lot for a lot of stuff. Record screen and webcam together. I'm able to do all this. But that one VPN thing or whatever it's called, I'm not able to do it. So I'm imagining what that is. a private link that you probably could send out. They also have Daily Motion as well as box, not connected. I don't have a box. Mark export as public. Hell no, we don't want it public. Well, let's leave it public, because ain't nobody gonna get it. So we will export it. So now what's gonna happen is, let's see, yeah, let's do that one right there. That'll be the picture that is shown to anybody to get it. See, and I also can export audio only. And I think I'm gonna come back and I might export the audio only. Because we could play it. Yeah, I could export the audio. So I'm going to come back and get the audio. So, family, just to make a long story short, what I just took you through was a basic editing piece. So, you know, and like I said, if this worked, because I'm going to send this off to one of my elders so he can see how I was working with what I was working with. So we just did the cut. But there's a whole lot of other options that we could use, and it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful process. And it's a very simple editing software that we could do, and you have a whole bunch of options. So, yo, this is Brother Hatim. I want to thank you for joining us.
We keep forgetting that. So we have to yeah, but so like.
Peace, family. My name is Brother Hatim. I'm a member of DiGyeTV Journey, also known as DiGyeTV Journey Media. And today what I want to talk to you about is unleashing the secrets of the Nguzo Saba family. Listen to me. I got introduced to the Nguzo Saba in college. But in order for me to figure out how to make it work, it took me a lot of time, a lot of focus, and a lot of overcoming a lot of personal doubts about myself. So what I want to share with you today, I want to share with you a concept that I put together called the Players Pyramid. And it's like, you like Players Pyramid, you know, but it's a story behind it. So first off, man, I came up in the city of Akron, Ohio, and I always felt that either I was lucky or unlucky. When I was lucky, it was hot. When I was unlucky, it was not, right? So I ended up getting a scholarship to Ohio State because my grades was good enough. I scored well on the ACT. Of course, me thinking the way I'm thinking that it's all luck, right? So I end up at Ohio State, and because I thought I was there by luck, I started feeling intimidated because the demands of college was different than high school, and I thought that I was there because I was lucky. You know what I'm saying? I lucked up on the ACT. I lucked up on my grades. I really didn't fit, and I was trying to fake to fit in. And I started running to these classes, and they started demanding that you turn in papers. Now, in my high school, you know, you do a page paper, you could write it. At the most, I did 3 pages, and I had my mom or one of her friends type it for me, and it was cool. But then in college, we getting up to 10 and 15-page papers, and you really have to do the research, and you got to do all these notes. And I'm like, damn, I'm intimidated. And then I go to the math classes. I'm like, oh, shit, you know, this ain't, you know, I don't think luck is going to get me through. And for a long time, I was giving up my power to the thoughts that I was lucky, to the thoughts that, you know, and in being lucky, this means that at any given time, that luck can run out because either I had all the luck or I had none. So I had to come up with a concept. And another issue that I need to explain to you about myself is that when I was younger, man, I was always looking for some form of culture. I didn't know that what I was looking at, that's what it's called that I was looking for, but I was looking for a culture to plug into, and I knew I wasn't white. You know what I'm saying? So I went to what I thought was the next best thing. The oldest civilization, at least that they told me in my high school, was China. And I like the martial arts too, so, you know, I started, you know, looking into the Asian culture because according to what I learned in high school and junior high, the oldest monument in the world was the Chinese Wall, the Great Wall of China, right? And I'm sitting up here like, wow. So I'm wearing kung fu suits to school, dealing with the bullies and the joking because I was practicing martial arts, so I was able to handle myself. But I started to grow up out of that. And when I got to college, one of the first things that happened was I was invited to a class, and they started laying out African history, and I brought up the ancient wall of China, and they started laughing at me like, what? Dude, we got pyramids. What is you talking about? You talking about a wall. We talking about pyramids. And I got into the culture, and getting into the culture, I ended up getting introduced to the Nguzo Saba, which started a whole nother quest for me because I started wanting to not just know the history, but know what was it behind these individuals that would get them to be able to do some of the incredible things that I was finding out about, right? Because I knew that it was deeper than just people knowing history, and I knew that it was something deeper for me, and it's something deeper for you because the history, yes, the history is important, but what drove the historic figures to do what they did? What gave them the confidence? And that's the confidence that I needed in college. And I'm like, well, damn, if they were able to build these pyramids, and according to what I'm learning in school, they didn't even have the proper tools to do that. Like, wow, if they could build a pyramid, I could write a paper. I could get out these math courses. I could graduate and get my degree. So I started looking at the Nguzo Saba because this was one of the first principal systems that was presented to me. And I looked at it, and I said, damn, how can I use this to help structure how I do things? And in looking at it, I figured out the process through which I could use it in order to extract or pull out of myself what it was that I needed to do. So I had to change the process through which I walked through the Nguzo Saba so that I would be able to be successful at whatever I wanted to do. And by looking at the Nguzo Saba in the proper way, not only could I write papers, I could start businesses. Not only could I start businesses, I could build organizations. Not only could I build organizations, I could employ or help find others employment by learning how to use this process. And it's a simple process. But of course, you know, first you got to know the Nguzo Saba. And the Nguzo Saba is very simple, right? Umoja, which is unity, Kujichagulia, which is self-determination, Ujima, which is collective work and responsibility, Ujamaa, which is cooperative economics, Nia, which is purpose, creativity, and Kuumba, which is creativity, and Imani, which is faith. basic tenets, basic ideas that are shared across cultures. But you got to know how to apply it to get out of it what you need to move to the next level in life. And along the lines, what I also developed was the 7 tools that you need to be able to move forward through building your pyramid. Now, let me explain, because I'm getting excited. Listen to me, I'm getting excited, because every time I talk about this, I get excited. All right, here we go. So, the idea of the pyramid came. Because I said, when you look at the Nguzo Saba, it's stacked. You know what I'm saying? Because you write it, you don't usually write it across. You see it written up and down like a structure. I said, wow, that's a pyramid. Oh, base, and you move up, right? You got this pyramid structure with the Nguzo Saba if you use your imagination, right? And in order to build this structure, you need 7 tools, right? It's 7 tools that I have identified that if you apply them along with using the principles, family, I'm telling you, there's going to be nothing that you cannot do. You understand what I'm saying? And the most beautiful part about it is it's not coming out the Asian culture. It's not coming out the Hispanic culture. It's not coming out the European culture. It's coming out show culture. And that's what really made it stick with me, because family, after I found out, because you know, you got to understand, there's a certain point of anger and heartbreak that a young person goes through when he starts finding out that he's been lied to his whole life. My whole life, I'm thinking that I'm lucky. I'm thinking that my people hadn't done anything. So first off, I connected the whole idea, because I want y'all to think about this. This is how deep it was. I connected the fact that I was lucky to the fact that my people had never done anything. This is what I'm thinking. You know what I'm saying? This is what the education system had instilled in me. And then I get to college and I find out, damn, we did what? We did what? We was where? We were, and I was thrilled, but at the same time I was angry. But bringing it back around, by learning the Nguzo Saba and learning how to apply the Nguzo Saba, because that was the one thing that was missing from all of the celebrations, all of the discussion. How do you use this in your life? See, because a lot of people, family, we got to understand that Kwanzaa is deeper than the 26th of December to January 1st. The Nguzo Saba is deeper than the 7 days of Kwanzaa. The Nguzo Saba is something that if it's applied, it will change your very existence. It will change how you see the world. So family, I invite you to continue on the path, because we're going to cover some more, because like I said, I don't want to make the video too long, because I can go on for a long time. So in the Player's Pyramid, we cover the 7 tools. We break down the Nguzo Saba so that you can use it, and then also we give you the process through which you can learn how to apply it. Also, of course, we're going to cover some meditation and some other things. But listen, my time is up, and I know y'all got to go. So listen, join me for the next installment as we move from the Player's Pyramid to what's next. And I think we're going to move into the lost art of storytelling. All right, family, this is Brother Hatim. I want to thank you, and I will see you soon. All right, family, I want to welcome you to part 2 of our video editing project. I'm just demonstrating some simple things that you can do for as video editing. This is for some of the young warriors as well as some of the elders that might be interested in editing some of their videos as well. So we're putting together a course to show people how to use some of the tools that have been made available in this time. I honestly believe that a lot of these tools are weapons, and we need to go and learn how to build up our sharpen and use the weapons that have been provided for us. So I'm gonna make my transition, and I'm gonna go to video. So as you see, I already did the praise to Amun, but I'm gonna do another one right now because they won't allow me to edit this one. So I'm gonna be, because I messed up on the last time, so I'm gonna go back and I am going to do it again so that you can see it wholeheartedly. I want to make sure that y'all got the right scene. I want to make sure that y'all are on the right scene. All right, cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our dashboard. We're going to create another project. This time we're going to do keep it horizontal, 16 by 9. So vertical is straight up and down. Horizontal is right to left. So we want, this image, and right here down at the bottom, I'll tell you what it's best for. This is best for Facebook. This is for YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. Not Instagram, that one where all the people with jobs go, right? This type of video is not good for Instagram or whatever. I think that's Snapchat. All right, so this one, all right, cool. So we got it. We're going to start editing. All right, so now, first things first. What we want to do is this time on this video, we want to take it a step further. Now we learned how to clip out the certain part of video that we wanted. Now what I want to show you how to do is to start adding titles and some type of text into it. So we're going to create a title for this one. So let's go up here. We see text. Bow. We click on that. And we're going to do this one. This one, because you get to see, let's look at this in motion. So when you click on it over here, you'll see it. You see how it popped up? Let's do it again just in case, because y'all might have been watching my arrow. Click it. Boom. Oh, that's nice. All right. Let's explore a few more. Let's see. You got to use your imagination. You see that? Right down here. Now, I don't think that we need something big so people can see it, because a lot of our people wear glasses, right? You know what I'm saying? They might not be used to this. So let's see. What's this one? Ooh. Let's work with that one. So we're going to, now with this system, all I got to do, you see the arrow is four arrows. All I got to do is pick it up, take it down, and drop it. Boom. Right? Be like, ooh, okay. So now, once I'm on there, I click on this three bars. I got the open clip editor, which allow me to edit the clip. We got this, how good we want it to look, how we want it to look. We could throw some effects on it, possibly, or we could throw it away. So we're going to go to the clip editor. So you got transform. So we could change how it transform. We could change how big it is, the scale. So we could make it bigger, right? We don't want to make it bigger. We could leave it like it is. That's cool, right? We could change the rotation. We could flip it. We can make it appear backwards. That's all. It all depends on us. But what we want to work on is the text. So now, a common symbol for text is this bubble. You see that? This bubble. This is the bubble, the comic bubble. A lot of y'all will be familiar with this if you ever read comic books or comics in Sunday papers. This is a sign, a universal sign for text message. It's called a thought bubble. So we're going to click on that. Oh, and there's the primary text. The primary text is the big text. So what we want to put there, we're going to put in all caps, I'm going to cap lock, praise to Amun. Oops. I'm used to adjusting stuff. Amun. And in the secondary text, we're going to push per onk. I don't want that all capital. I just want the per and the A of that, because this is not the primary text. Per onk. All right. Now, I could deal with the white, right? I can deal with the white. But this is an African piece. We got black as the cover, so we can make one red and one green. So let's say we're going to color palette. So we're going to change the primary text to red, like this red right here. And we're going to, oh, it won't let us change the other one. And we're going to change the lines to green, keeping that African motif. So we got red, black, and green there. Let's see how that looks if we play it from the beginning. We're going to click here. So when you got just this triangle painting this way, it moves you a little bit. But when you had a line there, it takes it all the way back to the beginning. Let's see how it looks. Red, black, and green. Red, black, and green. All right. So we might need to make it just a little bit bigger because the per onc is very small. So I'm gonna increase the size. You see this? This right here increases the size. So we're gonna move it up. Manual. I'm going to manual. Come on. We want it to be, let's make it about 70. Let's try it now. We're going to go back to the beginning. Boom. Click. Per onc. All right. Could y'all see that? That wasn't long enough. So I'm going to save these changes, and I'm going to go in here, and I'm going to extend this just a little bit to about 10 seconds so that you got time to read it. Because a lot of this stuff be quick. Y'all notice that in the movies and stuff. It be all quick, red, black, and green per onc. And it stayed up there a long time. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go to My Media. Now, here's the per onc piece. We're going to move it down. Boom. Now, if you notice, there's a small little space. We move this out the way. There's a small space right here. That's called a transition space. So what we're going to do is we want to add a transition. Now, the transition I used last time was this one. So they'll give you an example. Ooh, I like that. Right? You go through and you can just see all them, ooh, nice little blur, nice and slow and long. Okay. Then you got the cross zoom. Let's look at that. Ooh, like you zooming into the future. I think I like that one more. What you think? Or we could do the dissolve. Let's go to the dissolve. Oh, that's cool. But I like the cross zoom. I'm going to use the cross zoom this time. We're going to bring it down. We're going to put it right there. Oh, you see it? Now let's see what happens. All right. Now, as I told you, when you do these things, you need to do your homework. Now, the homework was for me to find where was Praise to Our Moon. So rather than take you through all of that, I want to be able to share with you. Now, this is where I messed up on my last video. So I made the transition to show you that, like, for example, I'm using the Giami, the little notebook. Yep, we got it available at our merch store at GNJ Media. GNJmedia.live/merch. Once again, GNJ Media Live. What I'm going to do for this video, well, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that, but I could have it. I could go and edit and have it come right across my chest, right? That's how cold we can get with this stuff, right? So we got it. You see that, GNJ Media, and I can have the GNJ Media pop up, which I might decide to do. Depends on how I feel, right? So anyway, but on here, if you look, I got my transitions. So Praise to a Moon happens at about 33 seconds. So let's go back. Let's transition back. And let's go back. Okay. So we know, but we look at this. Now, this is the issue. The scale of this makes it so that it counts every 10 seconds. So we got 20 seconds, 30 seconds, 40 seconds. So for me to get 33 minutes would take a long time unless I know about the tools. So what I could do is I could compress the amount of time. Now, you make it this long when you want to do small cuts, okay? But when you want to get, and you need to make large cuts where you just going to cut out a whole scene, you going to make it small. Now, rather than it doing every 10 seconds, it's doing every 5 minutes. So it won't take us any time to find 33, 33 is right up. We're going to stop right here, 32.9, and we're going to let it play.
So I think that's it. Oh, we did announcements.
That's Elder Alona.
Praise to the moon.
Beautiful, ain't she? Look at her.
We will say Elder Barbara. Would you read Praise to the Moon for us, please?
So Elder Barbara is going to read Praise to the Moon. So I'm going to stop it right at 33:01 because they're about to start the Praise to the Moon. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab. See, and it jumped because I clicked over here. So we're going to have to go back. I got to go back and find it again. Good God Almighty. Let's say right about at 30. I'm going to leave it right here for now, and we're going to let it play for a second, and I'm going to see where to stop it. So she started, so I'm going to move back. I went back too far. That's the problem with it being big because they make big jumps. So we're going to stop right there and see where we at. And you got to catch Sister Barbara because she talk fast. So you got to catch where she at. We're going to stop right there because she going to jump right into it. She don't be playing. So we're going to fade it in. So now we're going to go to our handy dandy scissors and we're going to clip. Now, what we going to do with this? Y'all remember from last time. What we going to do with this? We're going to take this whole piece and we're going to trash it. Blah. Now, but because we condensed the time, we done made this real small. So it's going to make, what I'm talking about is this right here. So here's the transition. Here's the beginning. They're very small. In seconds. The rest of this is in minutes. So now we're going to need to increase the size just a little bit. We're going to move this closer. Let's just move it closer. So now we done moved. So we don't know where we at. All right, so now we're going to make it a little bit bigger. Boom. You see how much space that is? Look at that. So now we're going to move this down because since it's bigger, now we'll get a better sense of where it belongs. Now, if we go too far, it'll turn red. And red means it's not good. Red means stop. You know what I'm saying, basically. So now we got to make sure that it's green. It was green, so we stopped it right there at the transition point. So now what we need to do is let it play.
All natures are three. It has ray as a base. Its body is the top. The cities of earth are established in perpetuity. Waset, Unu, and the city of the white wall for eternity. A message was sent from the sky and heard in Unu, and repeated in the city of the white wall by beautiful existence to be set in an official documentation in Unu's right concerning in the city of the moon, which possessed their property. The matter was answered in Waset. A statement was issued. It shall belong to the Nile. All that came forth from its mouth, the moon's mouth, and letters were established because of it. According to what was decreed, a message was sent. It shall slay and give life, and life and death come from it for everyone, except for Nesh. A moon plus ray plus Fatah, total 3. You are.
All right, so that's the end. So what we're going to do, we're going to clip, and what we're going to do with the rest of this? That's right, we're going to trash it. We don't need it right now. We don't have to put an end on this. We will come back, and I will show you the different endings that we could put on other videos, depending on how, you know what I'm saying, how well this is received. So now, what we need to do now, let's go back. And what we want to do with the video is we want to click on it, and we want to adjust the sound. What do I mean by adjust the sound? We want to fade in. We want to make sure there's a fade. There's a 1 second fade in, and we also, I'm gonna extend the fade at the end to about 2 seconds. So so that it just don't come in and it just don't come out. It fades in with what's already going on. So let's go on and let's see, watch the whole thing. We're gonna click, boom, and we go all the way to the beginning. Let's watch. Oh, we got the red, black, and green. Praise to our moon. Uh-oh. Per onk.
All networks agree. It has Ray as a base. It's divided its cacao. The cities of earth are established in perpetuity. While set, you knew, and the city of the white wall for eternity. A message was sent from the sky and heard in you knew, and repeated in the city of the white wall by beautiful existence to be set in an official documentation is right concerning in the city of the moon, which possessed their property. The matter was answered in one sentence. A statement was issued. It shall belong to the Nile. All that came forth from its mouth, and the measures were established because of it, according to what was decreed. A message was sent. It shall say and give life. And life and death come from it for everyone, except the next. A moon plus ray plus batal, total 3.
Listen to the fade out. You see that? So now we could put another in there, but we'll save that for another tape. So we're going to go to finish. We're going to call this per onk. Praise to a moon per onk 2. Set. Oh man, I hope I ain't mess up. Okay, cool, I got it right. So this time we're gonna do it in full HD. Now last time I wanted to go back and I should have did the other one in audio only, but I'm not gonna worry about it. But this one we could keep because we're gonna show the image. We're gonna export. We're gonna export it. Of course, it's gonna stay in with video, but I can send it to a file that I have set up in my Google Docs. You also can send them up to Facebook or Dropbox or Vimeo. We talked about that last time, right? So we're gonna export. Boom. It's cutting it. It's 1 minute 29 seconds, and they'll tell us how long we got. We don't have to stay here. And family, I want to thank you for once again joining us for another one of these short videos. Right? This is Brother Hatim, and we just cutting it up and just learning together. That's what we do. You know what I'm saying? That's how you do it. We struggle through it. So, yo, this is Brother Hatim. I am out.
past 9.
Let me hear somebody else talk. I shake. I shake. I shake. I shake. Shake. I shake.
Mr. Edwin Baird on the tenor saxophone.